The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike Trash, TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. Say it, the macho king.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Ganon Giants, come on. And that's my story.
You can hear words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver to cut roast beef. This is Lunava Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trashy one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. It's a trash 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the World Famous Cake in the Road Warriors. Listen to them. If you know what's good for you, you're listening to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. Hulk, what do you got to say about Trash Talking Radio?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch, because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
It is times like these that the world needs heroes and entertainment, and with that I give you the greatest live talk show known to mankind. With inflation being at its highest points, we need someone to show us the ways of good taking on evil, and someone who has the heart of Snow White and the strength of Thor. He, along with his sidekicks Trash's maid, also known as Trish, Trash's babe, known as Ashley, they will fight crime and make the world right once again. Please welcome me in a round of applause for the vital idol Class C Mike Trash. You may all be seated. Thank you.
Trash Talking Radio. Hey, we're here somewhere. Oh, wait, what do I do? Hold on there. Gotta get that. Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. And who's on the show tonight?
You are.
It looks like we are.
Oh.
It's like old times.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to move you off the screen. You're gone.
Bye.
Oh, put you back on. Anyway, welcome back to the show. And now we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And so as soon as I get this done, hold on, I got to do one last thing. Let's see, where is it? There's the group. Got to make sure I give them that, because I don't need to hear it like we didn't know it was on.
They should know it's Tuesday.
I know, but they have the VIP people put shows on Tuesday, so they're up against me.
Oh, that shame on them.
That's why I don't get them until they're done. Anyway, welcome to the show, and we're gonna do some cool stuff today. It's gonna be a unique show because I'm gonna showcase me.
When don't you?
Oh, that's true. But I'm gonna showcase me again. In
a different way.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna showcase me as a singer. I'm going to showcase me as an actor, and I'm going to showcase me as a talk show host.
We do that every week anyway.
No, I don't always do the singer.
Oh, okay.
So we just added one, which we'll take away again. Anyway.
Yeah, because you'll get copyright strikes.
Oh, I know I will, and it's a shame, but it's the way it goes. Hey, Jesse Joe, how you doing? All right, who we got there? Oh, there's Ann, and there's Jesse Joe. There's some girl named Trish.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, how's your girlfriend doing?
Michelle is awesome. We're having a great time together. You know, I spent the weekend with her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, getting serious.
Uh-huh.
I doubt that you're going to get serious with anybody that quickly again.
Well, we're as serious as we can be for right now.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so, all right, let's get some business out of the way first, then we can talk about fun stuff. I forget what I was going to do, but I got to look at my notes and see what I had for business. I know there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, we're going to talk about one person that died. It's not somebody that we would put on I don't think we would put on our list because I don't think he was, I guess we're going to find out what he did do for a living. So maybe he was an actor, I don't know. But he was an actor. He wasn't an actor big enough for us to know who he was. But that doesn't matter because we take a lot of other people that aren't big enough.
Yeah, there could be some link somewhere.
There could be. So, all right, let's get things rolling here. And wait a minute. Okay. Oh, they don't have any drummer for tomorrow. Oh well.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to be here, and I don't drum anyway.
Well, you.
Yeah, but I
could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to work though.
Well, how can you do? You don't have to work that late. No, they start practicing at 7.
Oh, okay. Then I can do it. I'm good.
I like them too much to do that.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, you know, I'm being honest.
I just need more practice.
You know, that's the picture of the day is the jam band with the geezers. I like to call them the geezers. This is Barry. He's the guy that he's a great guitarist. I mean, he is one of the best guitarists that I've jammed with lately.
Okay.
Actually, he's the only guitarist I've jammed with lately. No, he's pretty accomplished. He doesn't want to play out though. He only wants to jam. He sings backups and he's really good. This is Kevin. He's the guy that owns the jam place.
Okay.
He's a good guy. He plays rhythm. And the drummer is behind his speaker here. And the drummer of the week was Ron. This cantankerous old geezer is John, and he's a cantankerous old geezer. He's funny. He told me he was going to be a cantankerous old guy. And this here is Peach. Yes, his name is Peach. So
I went to school with a guy whose nickname was Peach.
Well, his nickname is Peach, but really?
Yeah. His real name was Regan Musser.
See, his real name is Francis.
Yeah.
So Peach, I think I would take over Francis, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He's funny though. He's actually a good bassist. I would take him to play in my band any day. He's very energetic, and you know he likes to play. He likes to jam, and he's a handyman too. So I'm going to have him work on some stuff.
Good.
But he's a really good guy, and I like him. He's just I think he's funny and he's cool. So anyway, I do have some news, and that is that when I get back from Hollywood, I'm going to Miami. But when I get back from Miami, that Saturday, I'm going to be jamming with a new band.
Oh.
And it might be the new band.
Okay.
And chances are it will be the new band.
That's a cool name.
We're all on the same page as far as what material we want to do. The guitarist I found on Bandmix, and he's really, really good. And when I tried to get him for my band, he said, I can't because I just committed to another band. It happened to be this band that I'm going. I said, well, that's a shame. And he said, yeah, he said, he's looking for a vocalist. I said, oh, okay. I'd like his information, please. And the guy goes, well, I'd give it to you, except that I don't have his phone number or his email because I lost it. And I thought, okay, that's going to be a problem because how are you going to get back to him? And anyway, I found him on Facebook, and then I put him on, I friended him, tried to friend him, and then I didn't hear from him for like a week, and I'm like, okay, he's not on Facebook, so now I got a problem. How do you can't, there's no phone books anymore.
No, I know.
So
I remember when they used to be either in your mailbox or hooked on your doorknob.
Like that thick.
Yeah.
But now nobody has phone books. So
you Google them.
Yeah, well, that was a problem. I tried Googling them, couldn't get them. So I did the next best thing. I looked at people on his friends list and people that are on my friends list, seeing who matched up. And it happened to be that a friend of mine from college, we're talking a friend of mine that I've known for 40 years, 40 plus years, that I haven't talked about on the show yet. She and I were talking because I'd like to go out to lunch with her or out to dinner or something with her because I haven't seen her in forever. Anyway, she is a friend of his and a friend of mine. So I said, do you happen to have any information on her? And she looked at it and she said, no. I said, no. Oh, come on. She said, but. See, her brother was one of the biggest musicians in this area. When I say big, he was 6'8".
Yeah.
And he played guitar, or it looked like a ukulele when he played it. But he was one of the best guitarists in this area, and he died in 2019. And so I asked, she said, anyway, she said, I know someone who might know him. So let me check and see if that's the case. So next day, she gave me his phone number, and I called him.
Nice.
And he sounds like the set list they're doing is very similar to the set list that I have been doing and set list that I've done in the past. Most of the songs I've done in the past. There's a couple I haven't done at all. But I gave him some links of the Uncle Sam Band. I gave him some links of me singing different cover tunes. And I gave him some links of this band I've been jamming with. Now, this band I'm jamming with...
The Geezers.
The Geezers. The two important Geezers, this one and this one, don't want to play. They don't want to play out. They just want to jam. And there's a third one that usually stands over here somewhere, but he isn't there this week. We might be able to talk him into playing, but I want a band that wants to play out, and I don't want to have to talk them into playing out. I want to find a band that is into playing. Now, I'm going to play, if you guys are interested in songs that we've jammed already, and this is with no practice. This is just jamming, and you can tell me whether you think they're good. And I did play one for you, two for you.
Yep.
So what do you think?
I think they're good. I really do.
I think something happened to my voice, and I think it's gotten better. So I don't know why, but I seem to have a stronger voice now and a higher voice.
Well, in this picture, you were standing up. Any other time, you'd be sitting down.
Not when I play live.
No, that's true.
So, but anyway, it's got me excited about music again, and I'm really looking forward to, seeing what happens with this band. Tomorrow, I'm flying out to L.A.
Boy, your arms are going to be tired.
Oh, man, I'm already tired, and I haven't even left yet. I'm flying out to L.A. to meet with some entertainment people and pitch my script. I have a dinner on Friday, a very, very exclusive exclusive dining establishment. And it's, I'm going to be meeting some really cool people. So I hope everything goes well, and I hope that if I get to pitch it to the one person I know is going to be there. Now, there's people I don't know who's going to be there.
Right.
But if I get to pitch it to the one person, I'll be very excited about it.
Well, you'll have to let me know Friday night after you get in and get settled how things went, because I'll be, waiting
You'll be
to
getting
hear.
off work just as I'm done with my dinner. I'm dining from... Who
Hi.
did that?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know. Is that you? That should be you.
Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, I just got some message from somebody. What's up, bro? Oh, boy, this sounds like a scammer. Oh, boy, maybe we can have a scammer. Oh, I know who it is. Okay, it's a person I can buy votes from.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the other thing. If you haven't done it yet, I'm running out of time. Here is you can find us on my page. You can still vote. I've made it through the first level. I made it through the second level. I'm on the third level. But to make it through the third level, I have to come in 10th or less. And I'm right now at 15th. So I don't think I'm going to make it to the next level unless everybody votes. See, I'm currently 15th according to this. So it's a free vote. You just hit free daily vote. Boom. And it says verify with Facebook. Boom. And then you get the vote. Now, I already voted, so, but I'm still in 15. So, and these are people that want to sell me votes, and I don't really want to buy votes. But you said you bought votes. You can, if you want to, pay for votes.
I did one time just to kind of see what it would do.
And I'm thinking of doing that because that money goes to, who's it go to? It goes to,
oh, I forget.
I forget too, but it was important. I can't remember who it goes to. But I don't know. I have a hard time buying votes. I really feel that.
That's a politician for you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've got a lot of people that, I don't know. I got 2 days. I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't think I'm going to make the top 10. And it sucks because, I'd like to make the top 10, but, Anyway, all right, anyway, let's go on. So that's that. And, okay, so the one person that died, there was another person that died today, too, and I can't think who it was, but that'd be for next week. Oh, I know who it was, the one you sent me.
Yeah.
I want to do that for next week because I want to do a video like I usually do.
Mm-hmm.
And actually because I want to make it funny, too. Anyway, here's the one person that I am talking about that died.
Wait a minute. Hi, Doc. Hi, kids.
Where's Doc?
Tina said Doc and the kids say hi.
Oh, hey. How you doing? We need to get together someday soon.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we near his birthday, or is that over? I think it's over. I think I went to it this year. Maybe I didn't. Maybe
no, I thought it was in September.
Oh, maybe that is it. I know it's right around my birthday, I think.
Right.
So, okay. So the person that died was Sandra Bullock's husband, and apparently he had ALS. Had a three-year battle with ALS. Kind of sucks. His name is Brian Randall. And I say husband, but it says partner, so I'm assuming he's not married to her. So, let me post this so that people can see.
He wasn't on the Deadpool.
Nope. Not on the Deadpool. Birthday is September 21st. Okay, I knew.
I was thinking September,
I was trying to remember because I didn't remember if we... Oh, shoot, I hit the button again. I lost it.
Because I remember going down the last time when we went for that party for him and having a good old time, and then
Shop.
Don't worry, I've dealt with them up here too. As a matter of fact, I just dealt with one the other day.
Telling you to go back to Pennsylvania?
I wanted to. Actually, it was yesterday.
I see. All right. Anyway, so
except I flipped them off.
Okay, it says Sandra Bullock's longtime partner, Randall, Brian Randall, died at 57. That's way too young in this day and age. News of the death was first reported by People and confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter. Oh, that's this right here, confirming it. Came as a shock as the model turned photographer did not publicly disclose his diagnosis. Statement attributed to his loving family. Randall passed away peacefully on Saturday. Brian chose early to keep his journey with the ALS private, and those of us who cared for him did our best to honor his request. ALS, what is that?
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Okay. All right. Is that what I had in that TV show?
No, you had Alzheimer's.
Oh, okay. ALS is different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a shame. She had been with him for a while. It says here, though she's lived her life in public eye, as most successful movie stars did for decades, Bullock is known to be private about her personal life. She did, however, open up about her relationship with Randall during a 2021 appearance on Facebook Watch's Red Table Talk opposite Jada Pinkett Smith. So they had 2 children. They have 3. Well, he had 3 children. They share 2 children. And it's the best thing ever, she said. So, referencing her 2 adopted children, Louis and daughter Layla. So, anytime a death is involved, I mean, it just is just not good. So, I don't think is that what I'm going to talk about today? Did I talk about this yeah, I talked about that last week. Okay, I don't need to talk about that this week. Okay, I couldn't remember if I did or not, but I did remember talking about that. You have not watched any of the episodes, but you need to watch Heels.
Okay.
You'll have to watch it over at my place because you don't have Stars. But
okay.
Heels is a show that, remember when we watched American Ninja Warrior on Red Nose Day or whatever it was?
Yeah.
There was a celebrity named Stephen Amell. He played the part of the Green Arrow.
Okay.
And he did him pretty well. He actually is pretty athletic and pretty cut. He didn't have help, but he did the stuff really well. Anyway, he retired from Green Lantern, and he started a new show called Heels.
Okay.
It's about an indie wrestling promotion
in
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, boy.
And it's really good.
Okay.
He plays the son of a famous, for that area, independent wrestler. And he took over the promotion when his dad killed himself.
Oh.
And it's really, really good. There are some wrestlers that show up there. Mick Foley shows up in the first season, and CM Punk shows up in the second
Well,
season.
I just did a big search on it, and I'm pulling that stuff up now. So.
But CM Punk in the credits uses his real name.
Oh.
So you're not going to find him under CM Punk. But I saw it and I thought, that looks like CM Punk with hair. I thought, is that CM Punk? And I kept thinking, I bet you that's CM Punk. And I went through the whole episode saying, that's CM Punk. Is it? And then at the end it said his name, so I was right, it was him. But it really looked funny because CM Punk doesn't look like that in his wrestling gear.
Oh.
So he probably did that on purpose. Anyway, they started their second season, and I'm really excited about it.
What a name.
What?
CM Punk's real name.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew that. Okay.
Rabies? Really?
That's not his name.
According to this, it is.
Rabies?
Rabies. R-A-B-I-E-S. It says here, Ricky Rabies.
Not him. Oh, you mean his wrestling name? Is that his wrestling name on there?
It says Ricky Rabies, and then it says CM Punk underneath it.
Okay, his real name is not that.
Okay.
His real name is Phil.
Okay.
Brooks.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was going to say, you're drinking something over there.
I'm going through diet tea withdrawal.
That girlfriend of yours.
Michelle? No, Michelle's mine. You can't have her.
I don't want her. I don't need her. I got enough women on my life.
Okay.
Jeez. And technically, I do have her.
Michelle?
Well, I mean, close enough by proxy.
Yeah, okay.
As long as you're on the show, I have her. Because even though I don't see her very often, I mean, she's a looker, though.
I told you.
Well, I guess you're not strictly dickly.
No, we never expected it to happen, that's for sure.
Well, you're fairly quiet about her. I mean, I haven't heard you bragging about her or anything. But.
Well, we're taking it slow. She doesn't want to push, and I'm still trying to deal with the after effects of the other. So,
well, anyway,
it's all going well.
That's good. All right, so that's the only RIP I have to deal with. I've got other things. So, so we're gonna go straight on to the next thing, Mike. Leave Trish alone. I already gave her a loan. She owes me a lot of money. Trust me.
That's not what she meant.
Really? Seriously? That's not what she was. I thought that was what she meant. Anyway, I treat Trish too well.
And I appreciate you. You know that.
All right. So let's see. Oh. Did you see my post on Barbie?
Yes. I almost asked you if you went to see that movie.
No.
Almost. I would have been like, you lost your man card.
No, I can't lose my man card right now. I need it. Because I had to do a lot of stuff that was... Anyway, Barbie rules box office again with $55 million, taking down Meg 2, which just opened, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That thing is doing so well. I just don't even know what to think about that. Because, let's see if we can get a number here. What do I want? I want weekend. Okay. Barbie is now at well, it doesn't tell me. What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. Wait, do I brought the article up, right? Yeah. There we go. I got it right here. Jeez, I can't even think straight. Got me thinking about the show.
Stop. She's mine.
Well, she's almost got my name, so.
That's the only thing you two have in common.
True.
I heard something on the radio the other day.
Wait a minute, we have one other thing in common.
Me.
We both like women. What'd you hear?
I heard something the other day, and I can't remember what it was, but it was, what would the Teenage Mutant Ninjas be called if they were geriatric? And I can't remember, and I wish I would have written it down.
So we don't have a punchline, is what you're saying?
No, I can't remember what it is.
Type it in and find out, because
I tried that and it didn't come up.
Okay. So here's how much... Oh, come on. Let me do this. All right. It says here, Barbie towered over the box office for the third weekend, taking down newcomers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Meg, and it says here it's now at $459 million for 3 weeks.
Wow. That's
pretty good. Oppenheimer stayed strong in its third weekend at $28 million, dropping 39% from last weekend and bringing domestic sales up to $228 million, but it's done $552 million worldwide. So it's actually passed Barbie worldwide, because worldwide Barbie has... No, I'm sorry. Barbie has done over $1 billion worldwide, and Oppenheimer's done $552 million. Do you freaking believe that? See, now I always believe that women, they don't make enough things for girls. This is not a big surprise. Well, it is a big surprise how much they're doing, but this is not a super surprise because, the bottom line is that there's a lot of stuff made for little boys, and there isn't a lot of stuff made for little girls as far as movies. So this is going to be a big eye-opener to those that are in Hollywood, that maybe they ought to pay a little more attention to girls. So, here's the other release. coming up. Oh, no, that's not it. Where'd I put it? Freaking A. I thought that was there.
I mean, I want to see it, but I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see the, what, the new Barbie? Or
Yeah.
or the one that I posted?
I don't want to see the new one. I do, but I don't.
Why?
Well, I do because I want to see what the hype's all about,
Yeah.
but I don't because I don't want to leave the house.
Oh, pff. That's a stupid reason.
I know.
All right, hold on here. I'm going to pull up the other
But
Barbie
it's like,
movie.
I mean, I had Barbies when I was growing up,
Of course you did.
but, you know, and then it was like fighting with my sister and, well,
That would be a good TV show.
what, fighting with my sister?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Mine would be boring right now as far as fighting. Because I don't fight my sister.
Well, that's good.
Because she beat me up.
I don't fight mine either because I don't talk to her.
Did you see this one?
Oh.
When you post, here you go. When you post a meme, when you post memes about toxic people and patterns, close friends, and wonder if it's all about them, look at the dog.
Been there, done that, haven't we?
I just think his dog is funny. I was spending a lot of time. Love is not, why are you being so dramatic? Love is, I'm listening, tell me more. These are things I've learned recently. You become unstoppable when you work on things people can't take away from you. Things like your mindset, character, personality, transparency, your entire being. You know, those are things. This is the new Barbie. Barbie meets, ready?
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Meets Jason Voorhees.
Okay, that's the other reason I don't want to see it.
It's fake.
I know it is.
But I thought it was funny. When I saw that, I was laughing. So it was just kind of neat. That should have been the page. That should have been my picture of the day.
Use it next week.
Yeah, I'll probably forget about it by then. Anyway, I just thought I was laughing. All right, anyway, back to the show. Okay, now we got to close this. Need to close this. All right, back to the geezers. All right. So I can play some songs. So anybody want to hear any songs?
I do.
Anybody here? Oh, yeah, we have people in the chat room. That's
Yeah,
cool.
there's about
All right,
5
we'll
of
play
us.
this one, because that's what I played last for you. This is, remember now, this is, we never practice this. This is just a bunch of old geezers getting together and playing. There's songs you should know if you listen to the radio.
Your file's called Keep On Ricking.
You know this. There's YouTube on this. I'm using someone else's. And it's not. It's mine. It's not me. It's not my phone. considering these guys haven't really jammed with these guys one other time. A lot of these songs he just pulled out of the air and said, do you know this one? No, I'll look up the words, and then we jam it. But it really feels good to be doing that. And of course we screwed up the ending. That was kind of fun. But that's how you know we didn't practice it, because we didn't end it correctly. Then we had, well, which one should I do? I'm going to let you choose. Can you see the screen? Give me. I'm going to name them. Give me 3 steps. Hurt so good.
Wait a minute. I couldn't see if you'd stop.
Well, don't read this one. It's not this. We won't do this one. We won't do this one. And we just did this one.
Hurt so good.
Hurt so good. You want that one?
Yeah.
I don't remember if that was good or not. It might hurt really bad. Okay. We'll. All right. We'll try it. Come to band practices all the time. Probably the biggest fan I have.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, we'll do some more stories, and then maybe we'll do a couple more songs, just for fun. All right. There's a new, I think it's a newer TV show called The Wrestlers, and it's on.
Does it have anything to do with the movie?
No. Actually, it's really a cool thing. Trying to think what it's on. It's on. Well, let me take a look. I forget what it was on. IMDb. Let's see. The thing that's fascinating about this is that this is a Florida promotion. And do you remember Gabe Cebulski? Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
He was the booker for Ring of Honor. He left and started Evolve.
Okay.
And so this is his baby.
Oh.
So the thing that's interesting about this is that it's not... okay, this is on Prime. I didn't remember where I watched it from. Anyway, what's really cool about it is that in this show is a bunch of people you do know. And it's a bunch of people who are now in either AEW or WWE.
Okay.
Austin Theory is in this. Drew McIntyre.
Nice.
He goes by Drew Galloway. Shotzi, Matt Riddle, and Tony Storm are all WWE guys. AEW, Keith Lee's in it. Darby Allin's in it. Ethan Smith is in it. Swerve Strickland is in it. Kyle O'Reilly is in it. And also Tessa Blanchard, who is Tully Blanchard's daughter, is in it.
Nice.
This is a really... I've only watched one episode so far. It's apparently a series, and they have won an award for this series. It's really interesting that there's some other people in here that I'm familiar with. I don't know why I know Stephanie. Oh, okay, Mia Yim. I don't know where she's at right now, but she is Keith Lee's girlfriend. She's a little girl, and Keith Lee's like a Cage-sized guy, bigger than Cage probably. Matthew Riddle, long hair. Austin Theory has long hair. I mean, they don't look at all like they look now, but a lot of WWE guys have come from there.
Okay.
And I found it interesting to watch this because this is from 2019-ish. And like I said, a lot of the guys are now with some company. They're either with WWE or they're with AEW. So it's fun to watch the people and hear them talk. And they're talking about things that are a lot of the stuff we ran into in the indies. And seeing these guys develop is really, I like the show a lot because it does what I'd like to see more shows do. I'd like to see people realize what's involved in pro wrestling. People don't seem to understand that
it looks fun, it looks easy, but no.
Well, the people that get it are the people that finally say down, they start talking about the stories.
Right.
And that's to me the important part is to understand that it's not just two guys going in the ring and beating up each other, and it's not quote unquote fake because people get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I got hurt a couple times, and I didn't even do anything like these guys do.
I mean, I could see it from what I was doing, but I was going every week too.
But you didn't know what was real. I remember you coming up to me when I was laying on the ground saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
That was at the beginning.
You still, yeah, you didn't know.
I just wanted to make sure, I had to play along.
But anyway, the thing I really found this was a very interesting show, and I hope that that isn't over. I hope they make more of them. So, anyway, this weekend was SummerSlam,
Mm-hmm.
and It was a very interesting SummerSlam. They took us to some interesting things, but the most important thing, Brock Lesnar and Cody went at it again.
I don't like Brock Lesnar's new gimmick. I just,
It's not a gimmick, though.
I know.
You would have liked the end of the match.
Okay.
Cody won the match.
Yes.
And Brock Lesnar went face to face with him at the end of the match and shook his hand.
Nice.
And that was because Brock Lesnar don't shake people's hands. He respects Cody.
Good.
And I thought that was awesome. It was very well done.
Good.
And man, oh day, they beat the living daylights out of each other. I mean, they really did. They were both black and blue, and when it was all said and done, oh, it was. But the thing about this was there was a wardrobe malfunction.
Ooh.
Brock Lesnar, his let's just say he ended up ripping his pants.
Oh,
his
boy.
Trunks. So anyway, those guys, they put on a heck of a show, and I didn't know what they were going to do. I didn't know. I hoped they were going to do it the right way, and that is to let Cody go over, because Cody's on the path to do something his dad never did.
Right.
And his dad never won the WWE belt. And Cody can do that. I like the gimmick, and I like Cody, and I'm all behind him. So Cody really finally found his niche. And that American Nightmare thing, if you didn't watch it on Peacock yet, you've got to watch the documentary on Cody.
Okay.
It's a ride. He talks about all the different things he was as in the WWE, and he talks about leaving the WWE, and they wouldn't let him use his last name. His last name was copywritten.
Oh.
So he had to go by just Cody. He couldn't use Cody Rhodes, and he did. And
could he do it if he spelled it a different way?
No.
Oh.
So anyway, he ended up coming back, but Vince McMahon went to his house.
Okay.
To go get him, to talk to him about coming back.
Wow.
After he saw what he did in AEW. And Vince don't usually do that. Vince saw that he became the person that that he needed to be. And he left on his own. I mean, he asked to be out of his contract because he hated the stupid gimmicks.
Right.
And that's what the American Nightmare was. The American Nightmare was he was given all these stupid gimmicks, and they didn't work. So now he's Cody Rhodes, and now he is not Stardust. He's not all the stupid things they had him do. And but that documentary, watch that documentary. It's really, really good. It makes you think. So I'm really happy that they finally let him be himself.
Good.
But he had, like anything else, though, even when I was starting in wrestling, I didn't know who I was. That Playboy gimmick didn't work. And a lot of the stuff that I did didn't work. I had to find the right thing.
Right.
I had to find the Vital Idol. I had to create the Vital Idol. And once the Vital Idol worked, then everything worked. But you have to find that. And so it took a lot of time to find that. Anyway, definitely check out that. It's worth checking out. So I really liked what he did, what they did in the ring. They let it all in the ring. The other thing that was really interesting was that Ronda Rousey took on Shayna Baszler, or Shayna Baszler took on Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler won, and they beat the living daylights out of each other. Shayna Baszler came out for the press conference. She had a black eye, and they beat the living daylights out of each other. It was pretty rough. It was rough to watch because I knew they were beating each other so bad, and I was like, oh man, these guys. But they did what they had to do to sell the show. And I was really pleased with the way that it came off. So I like when it's done right, and I like that they took the time in building the story, and it just was a really good thing. I was happy with that. SummerSlam overall was okay, but there were a couple of highlights, and that was one of the highlights. Logan Paul was in this last one again, and Logan Paul, for a non-wrestler, man, I'm telling you, that guy is willing to do crazy stuff. And so he, a lot of people knock him, but I can't knock him. I gotta say, if he is, since he is a non-wrestler and he is in a wrestling match, he has to be working out really, really hard to make this work. For him to be able to, to be able to look credible is the way I want to say it. So, I congratulate them on putting together an awesome match. So, I'm going to let that go for, people want to watch it. Peacock Network, watch it all, and you'll get to see what I'm talking about. But I'm really happy with the way they did things. All right, next, out of wrestling into my world.
We're always in your world.
The acting world, I mean. Not my world when it comes to what this guy did. Do you remember Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill?
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar.
Well, he looks a lot different than he did when we first saw him. He's now really skinny. He's unrecognizable after his ex-girlfriend's abuse allegations. Now, Jonah Hill used to be a fat, chunky guy, and he's really, boy, he looks really different now. I think look at him now. This is him.
Oh. And
he never looked that thin. And I'll show you a picture of him when he looked big again in just a sec here. But he really has, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he's doing a lot of coke or what it is that's getting him to be in that good a shape. But he looks like I did when I was, like the
growing up.
The difference between what I did look like and what I look now, that's the way he looks. The difference, except he looks thinner. Anyway, he has some issues that he broke up with his girlfriend. Jonah Hill's a changed man when he was spotted taking a stroll Saturday in Malibu. The Superbad star, 39, was unrecognizable during his walk. It says here the funny man's tattoos were in full display, and his t-shirt and signature curly hair was buzzed too. He also donned brown slacks and white sneakers for his outing. Hill flashed a bright smile for photographers, and as he held onto a black folder and hopped into his vehicle. The Moneyball character, casually outdoor appearance comes in allegations with emotional abuse lodged by his ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady. The pro surfer claimed a series of explosive Instagram stories last month that Hill would gaslight and manipulate her into removing photos of herself wearing a swimsuit from her social media accounts. She shared a plethora of texts between her and the comedian, where he allegedly used therapy speak, a TikTok-fueled phrase used to describe a weapon of manipulation rather than an expression of vulnerability to control and converse with her. So this guy does not look like the other guy. Let me show you who the other guy is that I'm talking about. This is what Jonah Hill did look like.
Oh.
Okay, that's what he also looked like when he lost some weight. But for him to get a girl like that, that's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, because I don't consider him a good-looking guy.
No, he looks like a hillbilly.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Jonah Hill's Files is a gross betrayal of trust. So she started taking their texting back and forth and posting it. I've never been one for doing that. I mean, I know people do that. I know lots of people do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just think that whatever is said between two people should stay between two people. Now, however people do that, that's their business. But I've got to post this here, so don't forget. But I don't know. Whenever you have people in Hollywood, everybody's got to be right. I mean, if you remember when Amber, what's-her-face, and Johnny Depp,
yeah.
I mean, people do not play fair when it comes down to people yelling and hating each other. And I don't know. I wish people would just grow up.
It doesn't always happen that way, unfortunately.
Yep. I hope you and Michelle never do that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I would really hate it if that happened.
So, all right, so let's listen to this video. I think it has what we need to talk about this. All right, let's see here. All right.
Jonah Hill was using therapy speak to control his girlfriend Sarah, his now ex-girlfriend, and it's important that we go over this misuse of therapy language, which is kind of a thing these days, and how it can be super problematic as it masks controlling behavior under a commonly accepted positive concept, in this case, boundaries, making it harder for the person on the receiving end, Sarah, to challenge it. Okay, so Jonah is basically telling his professional surfer girlfriend, I am not going to be with you if you surf with men, have boundaryless friendships with men, model, post pictures in a bathing suit, or post suggestions.
Okay, so right there off the top, he's trying to control her. She's a surfer. So she's going to be surfing with men. What all men out of the water, Sarah's coming through. See, I understand that. I totally get that. Boundaryless inappropriate friendships with men. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that's hugging. I don't know. But if you need to model, what? You need to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit? You know what? If I looked like her,
I would do it anyway.
If I looked like her, I'd be pretty strange looking. I couldn't be me. But yeah, I mean, I don't care if my girlfriend posts pictures of herself in a bathing suit. There's nothing sexual about that. To post sexual pictures, okay, depends what that means. Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your recent wild past.
Oh. It depends.
It depends. Yeah, it would depend how if they change her in a negative way.
If they're wild in a fun way and not causing too much drama,
yes,
fine.
Yes.
But if it's too much drama, stay away.
Yes, I agree with that. So, I mean, the thing is, yeah, he's putting some pretty big boundaries there. And some of them, I can see why they put the boundaries, but I think that he needs to understand, unless she's doing something, some of these things, surfing with men, I don't see that, she's a surfer.
Unless he means surfing the internet, talking to men.
I think he means surfing with men, surfing the water. And no, if she's surfing with men, I don't think that, no. I mean, I guess I just think that people that have to control have to take a deep thinking of what they're trying to do.
Pictures.
Okay. So a therapist is blowing up TikTok after accusing Jonah Hill of therapy speak. Well, that's what he just talked about. Yep. In recent days, Hill's former girlfriend, Sarah Brady, has claimed that the actor was emotionally abusive. That's narcissistic and possibly true, because I never really liked Jonah Hill that much. I think that he is a narcissist. sharing messages allegedly sent by Hill, with one reportedly displaying the actor outlining his strict parameters for romantic partnership. Let me tell you something, Jonah. You're not going to find, I mean, I know you're rich and I know you're successful. You're not going to find a lot of girls that'll put up with that. Oh, wait, this is good. Let me back this up just a hair. Something they didn't say. Here, look, he says, I am not the right partner for you. If these things bring you a place of happiness, I support it and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for romantic partnership. My boundaries with you are based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Now, I don't know what she did to hurt the trust, but I don't see how posting pictures of bathing suits. I mean, geez, this is 2023.
2023, yeah.
Think about that. This isn't the 60s. This is not the 70s, the 80s, 90s.
Well, that's why I'm glad. I mean, Michelle and I, we don't have boundaries.
Okay.
Per se.
Well, sure you do. Everybody has boundaries, but I mean, they can't
I mean, there are some subjects that she knows not to bring up around me.
Right.
But
as it should be. I mean,
right.
There's certain things that will hurt the other person. And you know, I'm learning in my current relationship that I'd done a lot of bad things in my past relationships. And I'm trying to not do them now. I'm trying to be a better person. And that's all we can do. That's all we can expect anybody to do, is to be a better version of yourself. And if you don't want to be a better version of yourself, you shouldn't be around somebody else, because, you know, that's all anyone can ask you to do, is be a better version.
Exactly.
And anyway, let's see what else we got here. Many replying in the video on TikTok agreed with the therapist's takedown of Hill. Well, he looks a lot different there than he did in the other pictures.
Oh my gosh.
He actually looks clean cut there. He also looks a lot thinner there. I mean, not there, on the other picture. My last ex did this. Every little thing is a boundary and mental health issue. Meanwhile, they do whatever they want. You know, that's the thing about nowadays. When we were younger, you know, even in the past, let's say the past, say 10 years ago, before 10 years and earlier, there's a lot of things that are different 10 years ago.
Right.
Than now. Awareness of things, awareness of how things hurt people are more now. Going to watch a movie? No.
It's not your movie.
Tell your family they got to watch our show. Well, enough of this going to watch a movie stuff. Who do you think you are? Anyway. But, you know, the awareness that I have is a lot different than it was. Things I would say and do maybe with Pam.
Right.
I regret big time, because I realized that a lot of the stuff that I may have said or done was probably hurtful, and not on purpose.
Right.
I was just being an ass and being selfish in some ways. I'm trying to make better now because I'm aware of things, and I don't want to be that.
But at that time, that was the situation. And
but it shouldn't have been that situation. You know, I should have been a better person. I should have done things differently. And the chicken's head's in your screen.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's, you know, roadkill.
Yeah, I noticed he had a birthday recently too.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I don't know. I'm just setting boundaries for yourself versus setting rules for others is a form of control. Yes, that is true. Anyway, I just kind of think it was interesting that
now you can find your footage.
All right, shut up. You had enough. We had enough of you.
Faster than ever with the new.
You're not going. Okay. Now
what?
But yeah, I just really I've grown a lot in the last 10 years.
What?
But boy, he does look so much smaller there. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Jeez. I hope to be able to look like that. Soon.
That's too skinny.
I don't know.
For you. No, that's
But
too
I
for
remember
you.
when I was losing weight before, I was at 270 and people were telling me that's too skinny for you. How can be, you can't be too skinny, can't be too rich. Oh, America's Got Talent had a really interesting contestant on this past week. He had no legs.
Oh.
And he was so inspirational. Wow, this guy was so cool. I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, but he talked about being in the system all his life. His parents were druggies and stuff, and they put him in the system.
Wow.
He's a black guy. And he kept going. He said he went from home to home, and he eventually got adopted at 17. And he's got arms. He's got no legs. And he has some kind of strange, I don't remember if he said what it was, but some kind of strange disease that, I wonder, okay, so we'll see if I can find this guy. This guy was amazing. He was amazing. I mean, I don't say that very lightly. No. Buttons. I hope I find it. Hopefully with that. Yes, there he is. He had an inspirational story. The guy.
Did he have the long hair?
Zion Clark. Yes, he was so cool. He's an MMA fighter too. He was a wrestler and lost his first 200 matches. Then he got a figured ways. I remember reading about this guy now because, it's something that when I was working, I remember reading something about this guy wrestling people with no legs. I thought, how could you do that with no legs? But he did. He did it without no legs. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. What if I turn off the volume? If I'll get trouble for it. So this guy here, they're gonna show. This guy was so cool.
Okay, the name of the disease is caudal regression syndrome.
Yes. Yeah, he said. Now, does it say what it is?
No, but let me find out.
It was something I never heard of. But this guy, take a look. Well, let's watch this thing a little bit. Look, it looks like he's like coming up through the floor.
Right.
But really, seriously, because he has no legs, he worked his arms. He's got such upper body strength. He could probably do American Ninja Warrior somehow. But this guy was really cool because he was flipping around, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's see if we can move this forward a little bit.
Well, this is saying it's a rare birth defect.
Yes.
And it's a congenital disorder in which the fetal development of the lower spine is abnormal, and it occurs at a rate of approximately 1 per 60,000 live births. Jeez. Wow.
Can you imagine, not having... I don't know if he didn't have legs or if they were amputated. I'm assuming he didn't have legs.
Yeah, I believe from what I'm reading here.
Now watch this guy. I turned the sound off. So
sorry, puppy.
Hopefully it won't. It won't. Now watch this guy. He
Ooh, look at them arms. Ooh.
I'm telling you, he's got some major arms on him. But he does everything with his arms. I mean, he has no legs. What you doing, puppy? He gets up on this. Next first he did weights.
He couldn't do a figure 4 leg lock unless he did it with his arms. That would be interesting to see, though, if he could.
But no one could put one on him either.
That's true. Unless they got his arms in it.
Puppy. Yeah, you want it? There you go. But look how he jumps up on that. I mean, I can't do that with legs.
Wow.
And now watch, he's just, I couldn't do this when I was a kid. I couldn't do the monkey bars.
He's just doing it like it's nothing.
Right. It's no big deal. He has half the body weight of a real person, of another person. But I mean, you got to think now. I mean, this was crazy. I could never climb a freaking rope in my best day. I'll take the elevator.
Wow.
I mean, how do you? It's so weird when you think about it.
And he's got to stay in shape in order to.
Yes. I mean, I'm amazed at this guy. He just amazed me that he was able to do this stuff. He of course got 4 yeses. It just was amazing to me that this guy did this stuff. So, all right, let's see here. All right.
You know, and I like the fact that it doesn't seem to slow him down.
No, he's inspirational. He's so inspirational. That's one thing that I thought was really cool was this guy inspired people because when he was at, I mean, he doesn't have time to be sitting there feeling sorry for himself. He was in trouble a lot, and then he realized that he's going to have to do something to live his life. And what a really great audition.
He probably never thought.
In that,
what's that?
What you had? Did it say how old he was?
25.
Okay.
From Canton, Ohio.
Yeah. He was Canton too.
You know, I guess I mean I'm thankful he's seeing it now that he is inspirational and what he can do. I mean,
it's crazy. I mean, I can't feel sorry for myself. I have 2 good legs. Well, 2 legs.
Right.
Basically okay legs. They're not good legs, but
they've served their purpose.
Yeah, but their knees are going to have to be worked on. But he can't have his knees worked on. So I don't know. But it was interesting.
You know, because I hear people that they have an amputation and then they're like, well, I'll never be able to walk or something like that. Well, there are people out there who do walk with artificial legs.
Now, here's something else. I saved this from you. You were supposed to be here last week. I was supposed to be here last week. But
I was here last week.
I was here last week, too, just on a different day. Anyway, there's a reason I wanted you here last week because there's a special story that I know you would be interested in.
Okay. I mean, I was here and then I get a text, sorry, no show tonight.
Well, I couldn't get out.
I know.
It's not my fault. It's the yoga people.
Always somebody else's fault, huh?
Yoga people took over our Nazi camp, and so we had to move the Nazi camp because of the yoga people. You know, I might be able to use that in a comedy because it's true, but it's kind of funny when you think about it. We got how do you get rid of Nazis? Bring in yoga mats. Anyway, okay. So I found this story. I'm doing this story for you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Kate Gosselin.
Okay.
You're a big fan, right?
I will read something about her if it looks interesting, yeah.
Didn't you follow the whole thing?
Not really, but...
I mean, you know the story.
I know the story,
How much of the story? Tell me what you know.
That she had trouble getting pregnant.
Okay.
And she first had twin girls.
Yep.
And then she ended up doing in vitro again, where she got pregnant with the 6 babies and delivered them all in Hershey.
Okay.
And she raised them, and then her and her husband split.
Now, what do you know about that?
That 2 of the kids went to live with him.
Okay, that was
towards
the tail end. What else do you know?
Yeah. You know, he was always into a lot of trouble, and it was a bitter divorce, unfortunately.
Okay.
But he's never tried to put her down in front of the kids. He just wants to see his kids and have a relationship with them.
Okay.
And she doesn't want them to.
Good. You do know a lot about it. Do you know... There's a TV show called Dark Side of the 2000s. Guess what episode 1 was?
Kate.
I actually don't like her now. And I actually like him.
Wow.
You need to watch that.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of stuff that... Okay, he admits to being an idiot. Okay, he admits to that, but the reason he has the 2 kids. I guess I need to ask you if you know why he has the 2 kids.
There was something with her, and they would rather live with their dad, but I don't exactly remember the reason.
That's why you need to watch this TV show.
Okay.
Because I didn't know any of this. I went into this blind, so I thought, okay, this is the show you used to watch, and I thought, why did she watch this show? And
because of that many kids?
Well, I just kind of wanted to see, and this show broke it down very interestingly. They showed everything, and they made him look like an a-hole pretty much in the beginning. But then the truth comes out.
Where she was the bitch.
Where she is a bitch. And let me explain, because I think you'll have to agree with me what I'm going to say, even though you probably don't want to, but you're gonna agree with me by the end of the show, because I'm not letting you leave until you agree with me. Now, I really think you would love watching this show, because talk about drama. There was drama. Okay,
I'm trying to keep drama out of my life.
Make it somebody else's drama.
Okay.
That's a little different. That's different. Okay, so the reality TV show. I'm glad you remembered all that stuff, because I don't have to set it up now. You set it up. So what they did was the one kid, she put
in a school.
Yeah. And you never saw him again.
Yeah, I do remember that now.
Well, you know why?
They said it was behavioral problems.
Yeah, well, the kid was calling and trying to get out of that place, because apparently it was a horrible place. And so John rescued him.
Well, if you watched the show, and even reading stuff online, it was always the way she wanted it.
Yes.
You know?
Because she was... Okay, so here's where the bad part comes. She wanted the spotlight.
Yeah.
And she would do anything to get the spotlight. He wanted out of it because he didn't see... His big thing was, I don't think the kids should be exposed to this stuff.
Right.
And he was fighting her over all that stuff.
Yep.
Because he really felt it would be harmful to the kids.
I mean, it was okay in the beginning because they had that money coming in, but as they grew apart...
They made a lot of money. A lot of money.
And as she kept getting the money hungry, he was like, no, we got to stop.
He was trying to back away from it.
Yep.
And then he had just a reoccurring role every once in a while when they first broke up. And then they cut him out altogether, and then he lost all of that. It was like $50,000 an episode or something like that. It was pretty high. He was getting a lot. They were getting a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
And she wanted the spotlight so bad, she didn't care about the kids. She wasn't taking care of the kids.
Because I remember some of the shows when it was when the title was changed to Kate Plus 8.
Yeah. They go through all that.
Where she went through the liposuction and the cosmetic surgery, and it had to be all about her.
Yeah.
You know, she wanted that thin body back before she had kids, let alone sextuplets.
It was, oh man, I was freaking out by some of this stuff. I was like, because I always thought, oh, she's got to be a great mom if she took care of all the kids. Well, when she put the one kid away and nobody ever heard of the kid again, it was like he died.
I read where he had to really find him and figure out where he was.
Yes, because what was the guy's name?
John.
John had no idea where the kid was.
Yep.
He kept looking and looking because she didn't tell him anything about that. So he found the kid, and he got the kid released to him.
Yep.
And then a couple years later, the one daughter realized what was going on and left the mother too.
Mm-hmm.
Now neither of those kids, she will not talk to either of them.
Yep.
And
it's like I want to say she's almost like a, and I might get in trouble for this, like a female Hitler.
No, you can.
And then the kids are seeing that, so they're defunct. They're defecting. Yeah,
well, two of them, because the one was the girl that defected was mad because of the son, and the other kids, they don't care. They don't care about the other. They don't care about the son, and the poor son. He was, but they actually interview the son because they're now 10 years older.
Right.
He's 20 or something like that, 23 or something like that. But they set him up as they set the father up as a bad guy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they showed it on TV. Then they showed you the rest, and they showed you who the bad guy really is.
Well, I think the other kids are probably afraid to go against Mom. They think, that's all they know.
They don't have anything now.
I know.
She doesn't have a TV show anymore. She's working a regular job now. And I don't know where all the money went, but...
Her cosmetic surgery, probably.
Probably, but the bottom line is the kids didn't get that money.
No.
And the thing that's really interesting is that she would not do an interview. And so everything that was said by John, she couldn't refute anything because she wouldn't interview. So that is a show you definitely want to watch. That is a really cool. When I saw that, I was thinking, this is going to be boring. I mean, what are they going to expose? That the father was a bad father? Okay.
No, it's her.
And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is now interesting to me because they didn't do that. That's why I love that show. Because that's why I love the dark side of the 90s, the dark side of wrestling, the dark side of comedy. All of them are really interesting to me.
Okay, she's living in New York or North Carolina now.
Yeah.
With 4 of her children.
Right, and he has the other 2. Oh, wait.
No.
He has 2 of them. What happened?
Yeah, 4 of the children, Alexis, Aiden, Leah, and Joel, those are 4 of the 6, still live with her. The twins are currently both away at college in New York.
Oh, okay.
One's at Fordham University, the other's at Syracuse. But when they come home, they do live with her.
Okay.
And Hannah and Colin are back here in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I think they covered all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a brand new show, so it's that was the first episode of that show, and it was really cool. I really loved what they did. They just did one on Dark Side of TRL.
Ooh.
Do you know what TRL is?
No.
MTV had a show called TRL. It was, I forget what it stood for. It was just, they had after the boom of in the 2000s when YouTube came out, it killed MTV basically because nobody was calling in. Total Request Live.
Okay.
That's what it was. But Carson Daly worked there. That's where he got his break. And actually, that's where Hillary Burton got her break. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's the wife of Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay.
Who I like him a lot. Anyway, it talks about TRL basically going away and what caused it to die. And that was the second episode. So that was really fun to watch because, I'm into that kind of stuff. But the Kate plus 8, I just didn't think I'd like until, boom, I was like, wow, that's a good way to kick the show off because that's the first episode of the first season. And it just...
Well, I was looking at her Wikipedia here, and that's where I found out that she's in North Carolina and everything.
Yeah.
And
they cover all that stuff.
Just reading some of this, I mean, even after they were divorced, she was trying to control him.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't letting it happen. And then, the times that they were in court, she would get called in to have things explained to her the way they are. And then she would still be like, no, they have to be this way.
Yeah, it was really a good show. But Colin Gosselin talks about growing up on John and Kate plus 8, Family Circus, blah, blah, blah. But it's really, really good. It looks like it might be on YouTube. You might be able to watch it on YouTube.
Well, I'll have to check it out on Saturday.
If you can't, when I get back, you can come over early on, or come over at the same time you did today,
okay.
And I'll put it on. We can watch it. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's freaking wow. All I can say is that it blew my mind. It just was. It was crazy. So it's something I'd watch again because I couldn't believe all that stuff was going on. Because like I said at the beginning, they thought, oh, they're really hating on him. They're really hating on him. And then they brought him into the picture and interviewed him. And he said, yeah, I was an a-hole.
And you said it's on what?
The Vice TV.
Okay.
And like I said, I can make sure you see it. I'll make sure, because I would watch that again, because there was so much going on. I can't even tell you all the stuff, because I was writing the show, I think, when I saw it.
Oh, so it's in replace of HBO?
No. What are you looking at?
It says Vice TV is an American basic cable television that launched replacing H2.
H2 is not HBO.
Oh, okay.
H2 is the Oxygen Network.
Oh, okay. I might get that down home.
I don't know, but if you do, you
I'll
want
check
to
it out.
watch it, because
Okay.
it's really good. And the second one was pretty good too, because even if you weren't into MTV, it
Right.
was interesting to watch how society has changed so much. That I remember when MTV was like, we were kids when it first launched, and I was glued to the TV, and I made a 6-hour tape of my favorite videos. And now we can watch anything we want.
Yeah.
At
I'll
any
have
time.
to check this out probably tomorrow after.
Yeah,
I get
you'll
home.
I'd show it to you tomorrow, except I'm going to be in California.
No. Maybe Roku.
Roku probably.
I don't know.
Doesn't have it unless you're going to pay for it. You can rent it, but you don't have to rent it because I have it.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a cool one. It will keep you in suspense. So, but I loved it. I thought it was really cool. And
well, let's see. I can connect to my Xfinity now. Let's see.
Well, if you have the basic package, you probably don't have it. It's not the basic. Anyway, all right, that's okay. So that's the end of that.
Jordana, easy on the gas.
I have it.
Oh, good. Well, then you can watch it. It's really good.
Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow at work.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what you're going to think of it. So text me when you watch it. And,
Okay.
And I like I said, it will blow your mind. All the things that I found out about that stuff.
Yeah, I'll watch it tomorrow while I'm working.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm flying.
No, you said your thing doesn't leave till later. Till 7:30.
Yeah, I gotta be at the.
Yeah, and I'm done work at 5, so you'll still be here.
All right. All right. Next thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. I can have something on like that and still get work done.
All right. This is interesting. Catch of a massive tarpon off Florida sparks controversy. Look at the size of that fish.
No, thank you.
That's a freaking big. That's going to feed a family easily. That's going to feed a freaking village.
Are they sure it's not a shark?
That's not a shark. No.
It could be a baby shark.
I have a shark one later. We'll be talking about sharks later. But still, I just thought that was really cool that they have this big giant. They call it a tarpon. I don't know what a tarpon is. I just know it's a fish. So a tarpon sounds like.
I could see if my grandfather caught something like that.
The recent catch of a giant tarpon off of Pensacola Beach, Florida, has sparked a criticism regarding the manner of which the fish was handled. Oh boy, fish abuse.
Animal abuse, mammal abuse.
I guess. It says here, tarpon fishing in Florida is restricted to catch and release with the following exception. And that is, as stated by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation. 1 tarpon per person per year may be purchased when in pursuit of a Florida state or world record. Vessel transport and shipment limited to 1 fish. Tarpon must be over 40 inches to remain must remain. Tarpon over 40 inches must remain in the water unless in pursuit of state or world record using tarpon tag. Keep tarpon especially in the gills and in the water as much as possible. Well, I see that they're out of the water, so it's probably a problem.
Long enough to take the picture, and then they'd have to put it back in.
Yeah, it was not clear if the angler who reeled in the tarpon was in possession of the tarpon tag. Uh-oh. They don't have a tag, they're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
You got to get your tags renewed every year.
I did mine for 2.
Yeah, 2 years. It's obvious, however, that the tarpon was considerably larger than 40 inches. And it says here, where should probably delete this photo. It's promoting taking tarpon this size out of the water, which is illegal. Please don't encourage this type of behavior. I guess they can't keep it.
Well, no, but I mean, it's a big fish. It's something they want to remember. So what is the harm?
Well, it's illegal.
I mean, it's just one picture, and they probably put it back in.
I'm curious as to, now I want to know, did they or didn't they? Sports Fishing Magazine shared the Where post, and several comments were congratulatory. However, most followers seem to prefer that regulations are taken seriously. Reads one comment, illegal, young guys, need to keep the fish lower. Moment got the best of them, and hopefully they got it back in the water quickly. And then another one, let's see here. The record for the tarpon is 243 pounds for one fish caught off Key West in 1975. The world record remains at 286 pounds, 9 ounces. Whoa, that's a big fish.
You know what gets me are these people that sit here and they watch, and then it's like, oh, that's not right, and they jump on it right away. You know, it's like, how do you know? That could have been just a quick 5-second picture and they put it down, but you know, it went viral and they have to like they don't have anything better to do. Get a job.
Apparently you can't, I'm assuming you can't keep them because it looks like that's a problem.
Well, something like that, I wouldn't want to keep it either.
Do a search about tarpon. What are the rules? Can you keep a tarpon?
Okay. They are the... let me go. They are the only members of the family Megalopidae. One is native to the Atlantic, the other is to the Indo-Pacific oceans. Okay. They are considered some of the greatest saltwater game fishes. I'm just trying to look through here quickly. It does... Oh, their meat is not desirable, so most are released after being caught.
That's the big question there.
Yeah.
Okay. So that answers that question. All right. Well, hi. Did you finish that one? I'm not going to give you another one. You had 2. You got enough. All right. Well, now we know that they aren't a good eating fish.
No, not like a trout or anything.
Yeah. So that's pretty wild.
So yeah, they caught one, 5 seconds for a picture, and then put it back in, and somebody had to make an issue about it. I mean, get a life.
Well, I don't know if it was tagged either.
Well, even for that, it's, you know, they were probably, if this was spring break for them.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm glad the boys got something. It's something they can talk about when they're older and they have kids or grandkids.
I'm hoping to get something that I can talk about when I'm older.
You are older.
But tomorrow I'll be older.
Uh-huh. Me too.
Next day I'll be older too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Anyone that wants to wish her a happy birthday, she's 64.
I am not.
65.
No.
66.
Wrong direction.
One Direction. Anyway, she's 26.
Thank you.
Again.
Yep.
With a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
With 20-some years experience.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they brought cupcakes and snacks and stuff in today at work for my birthday. And then we have one more who has a birthday next month, and then we're done celebrating birthdays till February.
Wow. All right, here's a disgusting guy. A former reverend is arrested for illegally or allegedly killing an 8-year-old girl in 1975 while she was on her way to Bible camp. That's a great time to kill someone.
Oh, that's
while they're
awful.
on the way to Bible camp. What?
Wrong.
This is a reverend. What do they teach people in reverend school?
Apparently something they shouldn't have.
Jeez. That's just sick. Sick.
Yeah.
Sick, I say. Anyway, 83, now the problem is this was in 75, so here we are, what, 20, 40, almost, well, just short of 40, 37 years later, or whatever, and they just now are figuring it out. 83-year-old reverend has been arrested for allegedly killing an 8-year-old girl. Why did it take him this long? While she was on her way to Bible camp. On August 15th, 1975, Gretchen Harrington was walking alone to her last day of camp in Marple Township, Pennsylvania, when the suspect, David Zanstra, allegedly drove up to her in the green station wagon. Yeah, you know it's the 70s if there's a station wagon, not a rape van or whatever it was.
The white van with no windows.
Yeah. So Zanstra was at a reverend camp, and a friend of the was a reverend at the camp, and a friend of the Harrington family. Delaware County District Attorney Jack Stolsteimer said that the father of one of Gretchen's family friends, said at a Monday news conference, Zanstra was also the father of one of Gretchen's friends, so the 8-year-old got in his car.
Oh, so it's somebody she trusted, somebody
Yep.
she knew, and that's horrible.
It sucks. It sucks bad. You know, you think you can trust a reverend of all people. It's almost...
Yeah.
Zandra confessed to police last week. According to the criminal complaint, Zanstra allegedly told authorities that he got Gretchen in the car. He drove to a secure location. Zanstra then asked Gretchen to take off her clothes, and when she refused, he allegedly beat her to death with his hands.
Ugh.
How old was she? Like
10? Something like that?
8-year-old.
8.
Oh, man. Somebody needs to beat him to death.
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay, the thing is, this happened 40 years ago. Why bring this up now? Why didn't he just run with it? And he's 80. Why didn't he just die with that in his head?
Maybe there's another case that they're trying to link it to.
It said he's confessed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is,
Well, if
why
he-
bring it up when the parents have cried over this?
If he's confessing now, he probably knows the end is near. So if he gets a life sentence, his life is pretty much over. That he could be in jail for a week and then that'd be it.
You know, this is one thing that I hate about religion. If he asks for forgiveness, he's going to go to heaven.
Yeah.
In a lot of religion.
Well, one of the commandments is thou shalt not kill.
But if you confess to it and you say you're sorry,
That's what they want you to believe, but you know, in today's world, you don't know.
this guy here,
And there's nobody we can ask.
this guy here, I hope he gets the worst of the worst. To kill an 8-year-old girl, he was going to rape her. He was going to rape her.
That is sick right there.
I'm sick. He beat her to death.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine a little girl like that? And she was a cute little girl. She was just, it's not, I mean, look at that.
You know, what?
She would have been, what, 48? She would have been around 48 by about, or 45 now. I just don't understand.
If she was 8 when this happened, that was 48 years ago. She'd have been a little older than me.
So that could have been you.
Yeah.
That could have been you if you'd gone to a church.
I did go to church camp, but not that one.
Oh. Well, it was in Pennsylvania, right? Didn't I read that?
Yeah, but that was Delaware County.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, there can't be 2 of them in here. Anyway.
I mean, it's just, you wonder what was going through his mind. You know, he was supposedly, if he was a preacher, you know, he knew the Bible.
See, that's the thing. People don't.
And then he lived with it all these years.
Yeah, why not go to your grave, and why do you expose the rest of us?
Well, maybe this was the guilt that he couldn't live with. It was finally
He should have killed himself.
Yeah. I mean, I would never be one for that, but something like that is probably now the time. And he's like, oh, I want to do that. I want to make sure. And yeah, it's, ugh.
I don't understand. I don't understand people. I really don't. I look at that and I just... Anyway, all right. 3 children, including siblings, grabbing ice cream with dad, killed in a New York car chase.
And all they wanted was ice cream.
They ended up dying. Ice cream is dangerous for you.
Mm-hmm. It gives you brain freeze.
It's sad. It's sad that...
Yeah, I was reading something, I think, on Facebook yesterday, where they were posting a picture of an ice cream truck going around here, and then they're saying, you know, please watch out for the children when they come running. Well, yeah, they want the ice cream truck. You know, it's the same with any child. They should be taught to watch the vehicles, you know, watch the streets, all that kind of stuff. We all have to look out for each other.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just crazy. When I see things like that, it just... I mean, it was a pretty bad accident, and it was a car chase. It was, you know, it just was horrible. All right, let me see here. It says here, 2 young siblings on their way to grab ice cream with their father were among the 3 children that were killed in a high-speed crash hours apart on Long Island. That's easy to go on a speed. Well, depends where. If it was on the main, it couldn't have been. It had to be in the city or in the towns. Jeremiah and Hannah Huntley, 10 and 13, died in a 4-car smash-up around 7:20 Sunday, which claimed the life of the 60-year-old dad. The family was going out to get ice cream because dad got a new job. Ooh, that gets worse. I wonder if it gets any worse than that. He said goodbye to his, not only his life, but to that of his daughter and his son. 32-year-old man driving a Hyundai Kona at the high rate of speed on the highway collided with 3 other vehicles, including the Huntley family's sedan, Santa Fe, across from the shopping center. The father and 2 kids could not be saved by the first responders. 5 people, including 3 other Huntley members who were also in the SUV, were injured and taken to a local hospital. Oh, man. There's the father. And all he wanted was just to celebrate having a new job. Oh. There's Patrice Huntley, a 6-year-old granddaughter who was listed in critical condition, and 2 other Huntley's other kids, 18-year-old and 14-year-old. Could you imagine waking up and realizing that your dad and 2 siblings were gone. 83-year-old man in a Chevy sedan was also wrapped up in the chain reaction crash. 33-year-old driver of the third car that was struck refused medical attention. Oh man, that's just this is the bad section of the show, I guess. This is the last stuff I found too.
Well, keep in mind, I do know what it's like to wake up and realize my dad's gone.
I know what it's like too. That's the way my dad died too. I was sleeping and I actually, this is weird. I don't know if I ever told you this. Remember Me.
Right.
Was written about him.
Yeah, I knew that.
I woke up in the middle of the night and wrote that song.
Yeah, you
the
did
day
tell
he
me
died.
that. Yep.
Then I got a call. I wrote the song before he died.
Wow.
But I woke up and I didn't know what was wrong. I had a strange feeling something was wrong. And I found out that my father died. In fact, when my aunt called me to tell me that he died, she called and said, I need you to come down to the hospital. And I asked if Dad died. And she wouldn't tell me. And that was one of the worst days of my life.
Do you remember where I was when my dad died?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You were out of state.
Yep.
In Maryland.
Yep.
Bastard thing to do. Anyway, I remember really well because I had no words. I mean,
yeah, all you could do was just be there for me.
That's it. Here's another one that's really bad. Dr. Zai Alan Cheng facing over 20 sex crime charges after drugging and raping at least 6 women and filming the results.
Well, apparently he hasn't watched the right episodes of SVU.
There he is.
Or he'd know how to get out of it. Well, unless he's planning the EED.
Yeah, well, they have a New York version of that SVU, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll catch him. No, they already caught him apparently. So I don't get it. I mean, I just don't get it. I try to understand, but I don't get it.
Some people just, their wires in their brains aren't right.
This is a guy you should just kill. 20 sex crime charges after drugging and raping at least 6 women. Kill him. There's no reason to keep him around. I mean,
there's probably some reason that he's going to say, I didn't do it. I didn't know what I was doing, or they all consented.
He's 33.
Uh-huh.
Man. A rising New York City doctor was charged with drugging and sexually assaulting numerous women, including a patient, then filming the unconscious body as he violated it. See, that's the thing I don't... I'm glad he's that stupid, but, I mean... Anyway, he's a gastroenterologist and initially arrested in December after his girlfriend claimed the doctor knocked her unconscious at his apartment using a surgical mask stuffed with cotton balls and soaked in an unknown liquid. She said she didn't remember anything when she woke up, but found a video of Cheng sexually assaulting her, along with footage of him attacking other women. In addition to discovering the assault videos, prosecutors said numerous drugs, including fentanyl, ketamine, LSD, and surgical anesthesia, were found at his home. Oh boy, he's going to go away. He's going to go away for a while. I hope he goes away forever, and I hope that somebody kills him in jail. Cheng was arraigned and indicted on 3 counts of rape, 10 counts of predatory sexual assault, 7 for sexual abuse, and 4 counts of assault. And it says his alleged victims included both patients and women he was dating. Oh, at least one of the women alleged she was sexually assaulted by Cheng at a hospital in Queens as a patient when she was 19. The victims' ages were 19 to 47. The videos found in Cheng's possession suggest he assaulted at least 5 other women in recent years. I'm glad he was that stupid. Because if you're going to do that, I think you should document it so that you can go to jail quicker. I don't understand. I don't understand why. I mean, a lot of women, that's messed up. I don't get it. And I hope they do put him away without any parole.
Yeah.
Or kill him. Just kill him off. This is one of those just kill him things, because there's proof that he did it. So I don't even think there should be even a trial, because they know he did it.
Yeah, but he's probably going to say, oh, I didn't know what I was doing, or I was on drugs, or something like that.
It doesn't matter. Kill him. He's just basically changed a bunch of people's lives by his selfishness. So, oh, I put that in there twice. That shows how much I really like the article. All right, then let's have some good stuff now.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. Nope.
What happened to this positivity instead of
all
the negativity?
We're getting it out of the way. We're getting it out of the way. We're getting the bad stuff out of the way.
Ugh.
This one here. Lawyer gets 4 years in prison for filing hundreds of bogus disability suits.
And that's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Not a good lawyer. He got caught. Kind of want to get a lawyer that doesn't get caught. And that's just... The problem is people get greedy and decide, oh, I can make money doing this instead of that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad he got caught.
You know, like the laundering money.
I don't know if he was in the laundry or not.
Well, I usually I don't do it as much now, but I remember I would put money in my pants pocket and then put it in a wash, so you could say I was laundering money.
Yeah, you were. I've done that with
But at least it's clean.
I've done that with my wallet. It's not good. Anyway, he only gets 4 years in prison. So that's not, it could be a good trade-off, depending how much money he made.
Is that something that the jury did, or did he negotiate that?
Let's see. I want to know what this picture is here of this car on this guy's roof. I'm going to have to play that.
That was the one up by Sunbury where
No, that's not the one. This is a different one. This is on somebody's roof.
Oh.
I mean, that was on a business.
Restaurant, yeah.
So, anyway, let's see here.
Same thing, different building.
An infamous ambulance-chasing lawyer exposed as a scammer by the Post in 2019 was sentenced to 4 years behind bars for filing close to 300 sham lawsuits, according to the Americans with Disabilities Act in New York and Florida. Stuart Finkelstein, 68, was handed the sentence Thursday. So he's 68, so he'll get out when he's 72. He'll probably get out long before that because...
Good behavior.
Well, that and the fact that they're probably overcrowded. He was handed the sentence Thursday from Manhattan federal judge Paul Gardeff, I'm guessing is the name, who also slapped him with 3 years of post-release supervision and over $800,000 in fine, almost $1 million in fine. I wonder how much he made off of that. I would think he made a lot of money because they get. Trying to think. I believe they get like 20%.
Wow.
So if you put if you do a disability lawsuit, a friend of mine just went through this, and she was awarded, I don't remember how much it was, but you get, from the minute you apply for disability till the minute it's solved, they add that whole amount up. So let's say you get $2,000 a month times a year. So that $2,000 a month becomes $24,000.
Right.
Well, if some of them take 2 years, so some of them, you'll get $40,000. Well, they get 20% of that.
Wow.
So that's kind of adds up really quick.
I was trying to look I had a scammer that, I put on somebody's wall because they put this up. Oh, if you do this, like put your age backwards and we're going to bless the family. And I just, okay, whatever.
Put the age?
Put my age up, but put it backwards. And they were going to pick somebody and give them money. Okay? No, wait a minute. So I thought, yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So here, I put my age up, put it backwards. And
so it was 27.
Yeah. No. Stop it. And this person, her name was Short Jess. She contacted me and she says, do you have Cash App? And I'm like, yeah. And I gave her my Cash App name. And she says, okay. She says, originally the prize was going to be $650. And the way I knew it was a scam was she says, okay, I just sent you $1,800, but you have to pay $100 some kind of fee to collect it. And I'm like, no thanks, you scammer. Oh no, it's real. I'm like, I'm not interested. You keep your money. I was like, oh, and I reported her.
I got talking of scams, there's a lady on Facebook. Her name's Peggy Couch. Now, the reason I'm saying her name is because someone named Peggy Couch
right
sent me a message today, and the message was, here it is. A little faster. Okay, she. Now I know this is not Peggy Couch.
Right.
That sent me a message. Now this was Peggy Couch's account, because I've spoken to Peggy Couch when Peggy first asked to be a friend. I was suspicious that she was a scammer, and she isn't. Peggy Couch is this really nice old lady who is looking for friends.
Right.
And I thought for sure that she was a scammer until she proved that she wasn't. And so she asked me, like, this is back in, this is a year ago, and she said she lost her husband and never remarried and all that stuff. And so, wait a minute, maybe this is the scammer version. Oh no, is this the real one? I think this is the real one, because she said she liked singing country and stuff like that. But she just was a really nice person, and I thought it was cool. And I don't know, this looks like a scammer one now that I'm looking at it. Anyway, today I sent my picture, I hope you like it. And, okay. I said, yeah, I remember you. She said, thanks, bye-bye for now. Oh, okay, so this was back a couple months ago. I said, by the way, do you know that your picture's been used to make multiple accounts? Because I was getting like daily,
right.
Peggy wants to be your friend, wants to be your friend, wants to be your friend. Like almost regularly, I would see that. And then I'd have 4 Peggy's that wanted to be my friend. And they were all using her name and her picture. So anyway, today she said, this is Peggy Couch. Peggy Couch. She is a doll. I wondered, what? She's a doll? What's that mean? Oh, because I said, by the way, do you know that your picture's being used? She said, so she already gave up that she got account. And she said, how, H-A-W, how are you doing? I'm okay. Usually if they misspell words like how and hi, they spell H-Y.
Yeah.
A lot of times. She goes, do you know who's using my picture? And she goes, I would like to know. Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and so on.
Oh, okay? My goodness.
All those are Peggy Couches. Now, not all those are her, but the majority of them are. And I know that she's a scammer, so I don't care. I just copied and pasted. Because I know she's a scammer. She's a scammer. But anyway, I just hate. And this guy here is a guy that I can buy votes from. And here's Peggy Couch, and And what was the other one? There was another one here.
Well, I had a...
This one here. This guy here, Richard Gilliard, is a scammer. He is really interesting. I waited to see what the scam was, and it took him a while to get to it. But I thought, why is he coming to me? Because I started thinking, okay, is he a gay guy? What's going on here? He said, Mike, how are you? I said, good, you? How's your day going? Good. What are you up to? And I said, listening to band practice from last night. And he said, great. Where do you live? Okay.
You know, right there.
And right there, I, of course, put in my thing, because scammers hate when you don't answer and you give them a picture. And then, okay, are you married? No.
Again.
And then he says, okay, your songs are available for YouTube? I said, some of them. He said, okay, do you have your own website? I said, no, but little by little, he started asking me more and more stuff. He said, that's amazing. Wow, you're amazing. You're a good performer. When I leave the camp, I want to meet you in person. So he's a soldier.
Right.
So I said, camp? He said, presently I'm in Syria. I work and live in the barrack, not the barracks, the barrack. I said, wow. He said, I'm almost done with my mission here, and I will be back in the United States in 2 months. That was in May. No, that was in July. That was just a couple weeks ago. I said, I thought you were from Charlotte.
Originally.
Yeah, he said, I'm from San Francisco. Now, his page says he's from Charlotte.
They don't update that.
I said, I told him about Ken dying, and he said, oh, that's a lifetime of partnership. Do you have a show in L.A.? I said, no. I'm meeting people in the entertainment. He said, okay, that's great. I got to go now. And then he comes back, and the scam's coming up. He says, how are you today? And how was your day? Good. You? He goes, I'm good. What are you up to? And I said, editing. Have you eaten yet? That's another big one. They always ask if you've eaten. And I said, of course, it's midnight. Because he said, oh, it's morning here. I said, then he said, July 31st, he said, how are you today? I said, I'm on set. I may be slow answering. I said, okay, there is something I would like to talk to you about. So when you are free, let me know. I said, well, I'm free right now, but if it's money, I'm not. If money's involved, the answer is no. He said, I actually wanted you to help me receive some money from Turkey and keep it for me till I get back to the United States.
No.
It's about $3 million, and I think with your caliber of person, it won't be a problem because you're an artist. I said, sounds like something that I don't want to do. He says, well, I thought you could help me. I'm a businessman. I invest in properties, home and abroad. I'd invest in abroad if I have abroad. That's how this money came about. I was serving in Turkey some years ago when I invested in some landed properties, which I later sold. At that time, I wanted to save the money in the bank, but unfortunately, I was not having all the papers required by the Bank of Turkey. So the best thing I could do was save the money with the United Nations Security Warehouse in Turkey, because I can't carry $3 million around. I saved it in a secure box, which I alone have the code for. The money is in the box, but is not the most important thing to me. The most important thing is the documents in the box. I said, I see. I see. He said, if you want, I can give you the money to use and work on your upcoming album. Then you pay me back with interest. Yeah, I have a son, and he's only 13 years old. I said, that's okay. I don't want to be in debt to anyone. He's the only family I have. I understand. It's okay. You can use it and pay me back when you have it. I'm sure it will be a long way to help. It will go a long way to help you. if he had $3 million and he was giving it to a stranger, I said, I can't do that. He said, I could also introduce you to the business if you're interested. It doesn't stop you from doing what you love to do. I said, why would you trust someone you don't know? Seems to be kind of foolish.
Yeah.
He says, Mike, you are a man of great importance. You can easily tell when you meet a good person from the impression you get from your conversation with them. It may sound foolish to you, but I know you can't betray me, even if I have never met you before. You rather protect your name. If you don't want to help me, it's okay, but I just wished you could, because it would be hard to find someone like you. I agree. I am one of a kind.
Yes, you are.
I don't really want to be responsible for other people's money. And then he says, I would have waited till I come back, but unfortunately, time is not on my side, because I got an email from the warehouse last week. They want to close the warehouse due to a tax rate, COVID effects, and other managerial reasons. So they are asking the customers to come and take their properties from the warehouse. And he says, Mike, you and I are friends, and I believe we could make a good friendship together. You don't have to do anything. The company will deliver it to your address. All you have to do is sign and receive it.
Nope.
I said, I understand, but I do not want to be responsible for it. He says, okay, thank you for giving me your time and listening to me. It means a lot to me. Now, you know that at that point, it should have been the end of the story.
Yeah.
He says, then he says, are you still working? I think it's bedtime for you. I said, I'm always working. He says, I understand, but try to get rest. It will refresh your mind and give you new ideas. And then he says, on Thursday, he said, how are you today? I said, good, you? He says, I'm good. How's your day going? And then I said, that's the same question. I usually irritate them when I say that, because they always say, how are you? Then they say, how's your day going? Well, if my day's going horrible, I'm probably not good. But if my day's going good, I'm probably good. You know, it says you can be good and have a bad day. It's never the same question. That was the last time he sent me anything, but I'm waiting to see the next thing he says, because they never give up.
Well, there's a person on Facebook that, I don't know if you know him from the wrestling. He was a fan that always went to Tate's promotions.
Okay.
And he was messaging me saying he wanted to send me pictures. And I'm like, nah, I'm not interested.
Who is he?
Ken Bird Jr. You'd know him to see him.
Okay.
And he's like, why? And I'm just like, I'm not interested, because you don't know what they're going to send
They're
you.
probably going to send X-rated pictures.
And he's like, well, do you have any to send me? I'm like, no. I'm like, isn't your fiance going to say something? Oh, no, she won't care, because I've caught her doing it.
Oh, jeez.
And then it's like, I really wish I had, if it's somebody that I know personally, I'll text them and say, hey, do you know that this is what's happened?
Yeah.
But with him, I don't know. And I'm just like, yeah, forget it. No way.
The thing that irritates me about Facebook is that they don't monitor that kind of stuff. In other words, if you post it in the open forums, they'll say something.
Yeah.
But even then, I've seen people have videos, X-rated videos, right in the wide open, and they're still there. And but if they send it to your account and you complain about it, they just say, "We just block them."
Yeah.
Well, why don't you do something about it? Because I got proof here that they're doing it, and I got proof that I didn't request it. So, why don't you do something about it? They don't. They just,
it doesn't go against our community standards.
Well, because it's a bot that's answering, not a person. So that's what it comes down to. Anyway, all right. Here's, if you wanted to get, this is.
What?
Okay. If you had someone in your house you didn't want to live there anymore,
okay,
here's a way you can get rid of them.
Okay.
This is something I saw
Give them 30 days and tell them to get out.
No, this is better.
Change locks.
Landlord installs loudspeaker to ward off vagrants from urinating on his stoop.
Oh.
Well, you could do that. You could put speakers in their rooms and just turn up the music and make them go away. Play Uncle Sam Band. That they scare them away.
Unless they're millennials and then they like
That's
the
what I'm
loud
saying.
music.
Oh, they wouldn't like my music because I'm not a millennial.
No, but millennials nowadays, they love their loud music. I mean, I had somebody on Sunday deliver a DoorDash thing for me, and I'm sitting outside waiting on him with Bear.
I'm surprised you used DoorDash.
Well, I didn't have a car. My car was otherwise occupied.
Michelle?
Yeah. And so it's like, I thought, okay.
Doesn't she have a car?
It's not running, so I let her use mine for the day.
That's nice of you.
Mm-hmm. At least I can trust her with it.
Well.
And well, anyway, this guy pulls up, and you can hear him coming with the music.
Yeah. I was like that when I was a kid.
I was like, and I really wanted to say, do you have any hearing left?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, speaking of which, when I played the music live, when I was doing that, at the end of the night, I lost part of my hearing because it was loud. And it didn't seem that loud when we were playing, but I could tell. So.
Well, Ashley was starting to do that. Now, I haven't ridden with her lately, but, she got new speakers. It's like, really? Come on. Some of us like the peace and quiet.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yes, you do.
I don't know anybody like that. Anyway, so here's the let's see what the speakers. Hopefully, there's not a commercial. Here we go. We have the loudspeakers. Here's my headphones.
Shut up, man. Shut the f up. Shut the f up. Shut the f up.
He's just going to pee on the guy's porch, What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
That's just...
Says, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if you try to pee on this landmark's doorstep. PO'd owners of this place in East Village installed a megaphone along with a monitored 24/7 surveillance camera to ward off the number of vagrants and drunks attempting to relieve themselves on the vacant building.
Wow.
The trouble we have, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Crazy. Okay, next. This is a very interesting story. Long Island cattle owner wants New York City to ship migrants to his struggling upstate hotel, but he hasn't heard back. He was offering them a place to stay and work. And because, he has this is a pretty cool house. This is our cool, not house, cool business. I'm trying to get the picture of it up here. There it is. So he's got this place, it's a castle, but he was offering them work. And but Long Island has not returned his request. Because we're always looking for a place, supposedly, to get rid of the people that aren't working, and here's a way they could all be working. It says here, the castle-owning proprietor of a financially struggling upstate hotel is begging Mayor Eric Adams to send him his poor, tired, and huddled migrants. He owns the renowned historic Oheka Castle Hotel and catering Hall in Huntington, Long Island. Says his rep reached out to Adams' administration weeks ago to offer his deal. 115-room Quality Inn in Messina in St. Lawrence County near the Canadian border. But the hotel owner says he's not heard from them, the city, despite being desperate to figure out how to house thousands of migrants, dozens of whom were forced to sleep in cardboard on sidewalks outside Manhattan. I keep trying. We could take 180 people. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Said the owner, who famously survived a mysterious assassination attempt outside Oheka Castle in 2014. My place is ideal. He said of his budget quality hotel, which has the occupancy rate of 40%, meaning that half the rooms are empty of this hotel. The hotel is in the center of town, and where The Real Housewives of New York is filmed, at least season 12. You don't need any transit once you get here. I have a kitchen and I have a restaurant. I have a catering hall. This would be very good for me. It would be very good for the city and very good for the migrants. It's a win-win. He said his rep reached out to the city departments of the homeless services, but is yet to hear back. The Quality Inn rooms go for $120 a night, which for a castle is probably pretty good, because I'm paying, I think, $109 or something in Los Angeles for a room, and that's Airbnb.
Wow. So,
yeah, it says hotel owners who provide space for migrants are paid with tax dollar funds at an agreed rate. So it would be a win-win, because he'd have people to work for him. He'd have his hotel up and running. The city would be rid of the migrants. You know, you would think that would be a thing they would want, but he hasn't heard from them. Oh, look at that. That's cool.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, if I had the hired help to go with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's a struggling hotel, so they're having a hard time being able to pay a lot of people a lot of money. But if they got funded by the city,
right,
you could pay them less and not have to have it full. So, okay. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Inside the Upper West Side cult, that told members to sleep with anyone who asked.
Oh,
sounds like my kind of party. Just whoever asks, yeah, we'll give you some. I can't even imagine being.
I'm sorry, I'm too selective.
I can't imagine being in a situation where that was a situation. Oh yeah, you want some sex? Okay, here you go. Geez, when I was a kid, I would have liked that. As an old man, I don't really feel that it's important that much anymore. Oh, man. Come on, let go. Come on, I'll go back to my story. Come on. What? We getting slow. Okay. Anyway, it says here, Saul Newton wanted to be a good father, so he granted his grown daughter Esther's wish. When her female friends came to his office for therapy, he promised he would no longer ask those women for oral sex. He wasn't thrilled with this concession, though, as Alexander Still writes in his new The Sullivanians, Sex, Psychotherapy, and the Wildlife of an American Commune. Oh, okay, so he's part of the commune. I think you were being very Bergenous. What's Bergenous?
I don't know.
If that's what you want, then okay.
B-O-U.
It's B-O-U-R-G-E-O-I-S. That are.
Oh.
Is this something
says,
incestuous? Or
characteristic of the middle class, typically with reference to its perceived materialistic values or conventional attitudes.
All right. So he said, okay, so I think father and daughter would nonchalantly discuss oral sex, and therapy happened only because Saul Newton was a co-founder of the Sullivan Institute for Research in Psychoanalysis, an urban commune existing in Manhattan's Upper West Side from the 1950s through 90s. The Sullivanians were a community made up entirely of therapists and their patients, a group that espoused the value of analysis, commune living, and non-monogamy. At their original headquarters on West 77th Street, the therapist's office were downstairs, while both therapists and patients lived, often together, on floors above. It says the Sullivanians eventually came to own a number of buildings in the Upper West Side, which at the time could be bought pretty cheap. The one on 100th Street and Broadway eventually housed more than 100 of the group's 400 to 500, mostly white educated professional members. Eventually, they were homes in the Hamptons too, as well as a theater on the Lower East Side and another property in the Catskills. Under the direction of their therapists, the Sullivanians were trying to create a utopian world based on principles of free love, collective living, and self-actualization, and a commitment of socialism. I'm trying to think who was the Democrat that wanted to have socialism? Bernie Sanders. He would have loved this place. It wasn't okay, so it says here, his third wife, Jane Pierce, was an MD who also did psychoanalytic training in New York City's famed White Institute, credentials which brought legitimacy to the Sullivan Institute. She and Saul founded it in 1957. Saul simply rode on his wife's coattails in establishing the organization, but subsequently named himself director. The Sullivan Institute was named for Harry Stack Sullivan, a member of the Jane Pierce, who believed traditional dynamics had a detrimental side effect on people. As the Sullivan Institute, Saul and Pierce took the belief further, preaching that the nuclear family caused the most psychological problems for children, and that mothers inevitably I can't speak tonight. Say that word. Inevitably. Yeah, okay, I did say it right. Inevitably squelched their children's vitality. That's a lot of words. Believing that traditional setup was bad for children, and that parenthood was a kind of death trap from which both parents and child needed to be liberated. Can you imagine living in a place like this that has all... I mean, we've read about it. It happened. We've had communes in various different places, often headed off by a religious freak and interpreted the Bible in his own way. But this isn't a religious thing. This is therapists who would be able to mind F you and make you do what they want you to do. But it's just really strange to think that in this day and age, well, I guess in this day and age, it doesn't happen. Well, maybe it does happen more than we think it does. You're not getting another one. You've had 3. I know you want one. Oh, did you see her friend?
Uh-huh.
I didn't show that to the audience.
No, you showed it to me, remember?
I think fans going out now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it says Saul egged one patient on to write to her father and say she wished him dead. The next week he was, from a heart attack. Ooh. I got a lot of mileage out of the Sullivanian belief that alcohol was good for anxiety, and that having multiple sex partners was a political statement and a healthy lifestyle. That's just, I mean, it's just, what was that? Oh, that was you. Okay. It says here, eschewing traditional homes, Sullivanians lived in large same-group sex apartments and had multiple sexual partners to not get caught up in the web of traditional families. If they had children, the Sullivanians were encouraged to let them be raised by babysitters or boarding schools instead of focus on their own person. That sounds like a deal to me. I think all kids should be taken away and you should... That lifestyle sounded good to a lot of people. Hey, see, including singer Judy Collins. She was part of this lifestyle. Starting in the 60s, Collins was a Sullivanian for a good 15 years, and she was under no illusions as to why. I got mileage out of the Sullivanian belief that alcohol was good for anxiety and that having multiple sex partners was a political statement and a lifestyle, and she admits to still in the book, the novelist Richard Price was a believer. So wait a minute. What do we talk? What was the story? I'm trying to remember what the story was now. It says inside cult. Oh, okay. So that cult is no more, right?
Right.
I'm guessing that it is no more, right? It is.
Well, they said that the members could sleep with anyone they wanted to.
Yeah, that's crazy, but fun. In my younger years, I would have jumped all over that. Man, that was.
Well, with the way things are in today's world, I'd hate to catch something.
That's the whole thing. I mean, and the thing is now I understand. I mean, how could you be intimate, or how could you really truly be? You could have sex with all those people, but how could you be intimate? How could you have, like,
yeah,
a relationship with someone? Because you can't trust everyone. I don't know. I get. Oh. Some story came up I want to just verify. Okay. I just got an article that says Ric Flair went into a cannabis coma after smoking too much with Mike Tyson. I was afraid. I saw went into a coma. I thought, oh, is Flair dead? I hope not.
Wait a minute. Let me look.
He's by the way, Bruce Willis made a comeback. He
yeah, I know. I saw that.
He came back to life. So
I want to.
You get no points.
Oh, I know.
You could have. You got. I was going to award you double points, but I have to take them back now.
I'll bring that up to the board.
Yeah, you can bring.
But
that
I
up.
want to see who has Ric Flair on the Deadpool.
I do.
Oh no!
I think I do. I think I took him on an emergency pick because I thought he was going to die. So, all right. Anyway, so that was a kind of a crazy story. Man, 25.
Yes, you do.
Yes, dies in plunge from Manhattan Bridge while running from crash.
Oh, jeez.
Now you have your choice: do you get hit by a crash, or do you jump in the water hoping that you're going to live? I guess he chose to jump in the water, and it was a bad choice apparently.
Probably shallow water.
Yeah, I guess maybe, but I wouldn't want to go in that water for anything because that water is disgusting. Let's see here. Come on, you gotta move faster.
Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl.
Okay, so here's the story. 25-year-old man fatally plunged from the Manhattan Bridge while trying to run from the scene of a crash. The man was involved in the crash. Lower level says here, he ran off before police arrived and either jumped or fell from an elevated section of the bridge. Man, what a way to go. Police.
Unless he had skeletons in his closet.
I guess there's no water.
Oh, no wonder he died.
That would make sense. Yeah. Yes, I was thinking it was water. A pedestrian found him on the ground. And it says he was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Well, he probably thought there was water, and he goes, "Oh, I'll be safe." And
either that, or he thought, "I'm going to try to climb down." He let go.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy. You know, that's when you try to break the rules.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes they bite you in the butt. Okay, I said I had a shark story. Here's a shark story.
Baby shark, do 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 do.
This guy lost 20 pounds after a shark bite.
What, the shark eat his leg?
I'm going to tell you in a second. Probably. I don't
Or
know.
an arm and a leg.
You know, that shark cost him an arm and a leg. Or at least just an arm or just a leg. I don't know.
I shy hand.
All right, here we go.
I shy hand. That's my shy hand.
She's saying, why can't I have food? I want food.
Hi.
But anyway.
Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl.
All right. Woman bit by a shark while swimming alone in Rockaway Beach is believed to have lost approximately 20 pounds of flesh in a rare attack, believed to be the waterfront's first attack since 1953. Tatiana, I can't even pronounce her last name, Coltonyuk, 65, was attacked on the shore near the beach, 59th Street, losing a chunk off her leg. Lifeguards spotted her screaming for help and walking to the shore. Let's see a picture. Maybe we can see a picture. I don't know. I want to see it. Oh, distressing content. Okay, we got to watch that. Let's see what it is. I'm sure that's it. I guess I need my earphones again. Wow. At least she got the leg. Oh, I guess it's pretty off on that. That'll be, yeah, wow, look at that. Where's her leg at? Okay. Oh, that's a big...
Ugh.
She was taken to Jamaica Hospital where they said she was stable but in critical condition. She's suspected to have lost about 20 pounds of flesh. That's one horrible way to lose weight. The rare shark attack prompted Rockaway Beach to shut down on Tuesday. Ooh, what a way to go. I mean, not that she's dead, but she could have lost her whole leg. So I guess she should be lucky for that.
Yeah.
And she might be all right. I remember when I had a bulldog bit my leg. They took one of those real long Q-tips.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in that far. I mean, it was seriously, it was really far. It scared me. It got a big chunk out of me. All right, let's see where we're at here. Oh no, come back. I took too many. Okay, there we go. All right, next. Here's one for my sister. Okay, and this will be for you too. What kind of sister are you based on your zodiac sign? Let's see what kind of sister you are first. Because,
yeah,
we know your zodiac sign.
Mm-hmm.
It's today.
No, it was
yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I posted, I think your daughter's was today, right?
Yeah.
And I sent her
I saw that. Very nice.
I like your daughter, sort of.
This was the youngest one.
I know. She's grown up a lot. I kind of, I forgive her for her sins. But I don't know if it was her or the other one, so. My sister says she's mean and nasty. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you if you are mean and nasty. But we're going to do her first. All right, let's see here. You are a Leo?
Leo.
Hey, I can't believe I remembered that. I don't usually remember this stuff. It says here, literally, literal, no, there's not.
Wait a minute.
Literary.
Hold on.
Literary. Says, soothsayer Toni Morrison wrote, a sister can be seen as someone who is both ourselves and very much not ourselves, a special kind of double. National Sisters Day, celebrated on the first Sunday of August, recognizes that special bond between siblings with sisters, both born and found, from a rivalry between Queen Elizabeth and her sister Mary, Queen of Scots, to the modern warmth warfare of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Sister dynamics offer a range of intrigue, a source of strength, joy, envy, and ire, since we are humans, first consciously shared a cave floor. The bond of sisters extends not just to a bond, not just to a bond relatives, but to female friendships that feel like family. How we love is informed by a myriad circumstances, and astrology can help us understand both our love languages and our relationship failings with this. Anyway, so let's get ready. Now you're a what? You're a Leo, right?
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
Okay, here we go. There we are. All right. Leo is a fixed fire sign that rules the heart and the spine. As sisters, the lion pride loves big star. That stains. Doesn't say slants hard, and isn't afraid.
Stands hard.
That's
Stan.
No, it doesn't.
It's missing a D.
Yeah, I'll say. I thought maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway, and isn't afraid to get blood on their proverbial paws to protect their own. Ooh, cat-like. The sister as hype man and the foot soldier modality is expressed in Lion Queen Kylie Jenner, and the kind words and reassurance build up her sister Kendall's confidence and got her through the gauntlet of high school. Jenner proves her ride or die status again and again. You are a ride and die person.
I'm still here.
Most notably when she excommunicated her one-time bestie Jordan Woods for hooking up with Tristan Thompson while he was dating her big sister Khloe Kardashian. Roar indeed.
Well, I do have a temper.
Yes, you do. Now let's see.
So I'd say, yeah, I'm loyal to those who are loyal to me.
All right. Taurus. I think that's my sister. Am I right? Is it a Taurus? I think you're a Taurus.
Well, she said she was mean and nasty, but I don't see that.
Oh, you don't see that?
Well, see, I wasn't around you growing up.
Oh, I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about when you're growing up. I'm talking... She can be mean and nasty.
Nah, I don't see that.
I do. I saw a new side of my sister when I trust me. She can be the sweetest girl in the world. But that's all I'm going to say. All right. Anyway, I already said too much. I'm going to get in trouble for it. It was Aries, right? No, it's not Aries. It's
you said Taurus.
Taurus. That's right. Okay, I was at the right spot. Taurus sisters can be unflinchingly. She doesn't know me. Yeah, I know. Can be unflinchingly loyal and absolutely punishing. That is true. That is dead on. That is absolutely dead on. She can be as loyal as anybody, probably more loyal than some people, but she can also be punishing. Taurus folk can be fine, or can be tough, and hard truth type. Yes, that's her exactly, to a T. Lovingly leveled at her baby brother. What? Lovingly leveled at her baby brother and future Game of Thrones. Oh, that's they're talking about Lily Allen. Talks about that. It says here. So it says Taurus sisters are unflinchingly loyal and absolutely punishing. Taurus folk can be tough love and hard truth type, a point Lily Allen proved in her 2006 diss track Alfie. Lovingly leveled at her baby brother and future Game of Thrones star Alfie Allen, the song blunts out bluntly calls him out for being a lazy stoner twat who can't get laid.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch. Say what you will, in spite or more likely because of the song, the kid got off the couch and got himself an Emmy nomination. Charlotte Bronte also put the bull in bully when it came to her younger sister Anne, talking smack, barring her book from publication, and admitting the depth of her for her when Anne succumbed to tuberculosis. I can't say it, but don't know what you got till they're dead.
Well, I wish that would work for mine.
She says inspiring.
Because my sister and brother don't know me at all.
I know, and I can't understand that. Well, what are they? What signs is your other sister?
My sister's is June 4th.
June 4th, that would be the next one, the Gemini. So it says, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, planet of communication and exchange. In kind, the people of the twin trade insights, suspicions, theories, and advice that ranges from practical to questionable. Sounds like it's pretty close. Gemini is unafraid to make mistakes and at their best view their own failures as the unpaved path to wisdom and live to share the potholes and breakthroughs with their willing disciplines. We see this trajectory in Gemini twins, Mary Kate and Ashley, who use their own fraught experience of fame to guide their younger sister, Ashley Olsen. What? To guide their younger sister, Ashley Olsen. Didn't we say Ashley?
She was one of the twins.
Well, how could that be her younger sister? Oh, because she's younger in seconds.
Yeah.
As she made her way to movie stardom. As Ashley explained in Harper's Bazaar, I felt very clear about how I was going to navigate lots of things because of watching them. I think they messed up. They probably didn't mean Ashley again. I think they have another sister because she was watching them. Yeah, so there you go. If I were a girl, let's see what I would be. Okay, you ready? It says the guiding mantra of Virgo is, how can I be of service? And these are the sort of sisters that cast spells to banish bad boyfriends. Thanks, Elise. Is that Elise or Essel? Elise, I guess. Help you when you overpluck your eyebrows or need money or generally smooth the edges of the rough road of existence. They hold their sisters in high, and in the case of Virgo Pippa Middleton, hold up their obnoxiously long wedding trains for hours on end, smiling all the while. So there you go.
So you could be a matron of honor holding.
I would hope I would be the one that has the long train. Wait, they do. That's what they said. Yeah, I guess I would be the sister holding up my sister's long train if she ever got married. But since I'm not a woman, I just found that funny. Elizabeth is the youngest. That's probably who they meant was Elizabeth rather than use it. They apparently have a lot of mistakes in this.
Unless they were talking, like you said, in seconds.
I don't think so, because she said sisters. So the thing is, I've seen the first one was the mistake on yours. So I see they didn't do much in editing, proofreading. So I just found this funny, and I thought it would be a funny way to to throw this out there, because it's your birthday month and all that. So anyway, and I kind of am scared that my sister knew that Elizabeth was the youngest Olsen.
I just looked it up.
Well, she knows. I don't know why she knows that. I couldn't imagine her watching that show. Okay. I got a lot of, it's funny, before the show started, I said, I better throw a couple more articles in here. I got a lot more articles than I really needed this time. Oh, this is interesting. So there's this guy who is the person that interviews people for jobs.
Right.
Now, he has this test he calls the coffee test. I'm used to get. Yes,
Yeah.
that would be it. Yes,
Yeah.
that would be why. Anyway, so he has this test that he uses when he's interviewing people called the coffee test.
I would fail that right away because I don't drink coffee.
Okay, but the concept is still there. Okay, so what he does is in his interview, he offers them a drink of some sort. Coffee is the preferred drink of most people that drink. I mean, I don't drink it, you don't drink it, but he uses this to reveal or to judge candidates during the interview. And I kept thinking, what is the coffee test? Now, do you have any idea what it is?
No.
Do you want to guess?
Okay, if they take the coffee and drink it, it'll probably reveal what kind of a worker they are. If they drink it black, they're a strong worker, they're a go-getter, they'll get a lot done, where if they have like cream and sugar in it, it might not be so much.
That's an interesting theory.
But it's wrong.
It's totally wrong, but I like your theory, I like your thinking. It's not that complicated, believe it or not. Okay, so here's the coffee test. Job interviews can be nerve-wracking, and as many interviewees stress over how to best answer questions the employer throws at you. So when you were getting interviewed, you probably didn't have a coffee test.
Probably not.
And the people don't know they're getting the coffee test, okay? Just to let you know. The guy says, you want to get a cup of coffee? So not every company asks tough questions. One boss revealed the coffee cup test that he uses for job interviews to determine whether the applicant is right for the role. Former managing director for Xero Australia, Trent Innes, explained how he refuses to hire anyone if they fail to return the empty coffee cup to the kitchen.
Wow.
So I would take you for a walk down to one of our kitchens, and somehow you always end up walking away with a drink. So then we take the drink back, we have our interview, and one of the things I'm always looking for at the end of the interview is, does the person doing the interview take the empty cup back to the kitchen?
Interesting.
Well, what it does is it basically gives you an idea what kind of person that is. You can develop skills, you can gain knowledge and experience, but it does come down to attitude. And the attitude that we talk a lot about in the concept of wash your own coffee cup. Innes said the trick allows him to get a good impression of you as an employee. So what I was trying to find out was what was the lowest level task I could find, regardless of what you did inside the organization, was still important that you would actually really drive a culture of ownership. If you come to the office one day inside Xero, you see the kitchen, and they're almost empty and clean, sparkling, and it's very much of a concept of wash your coffee cup. But that sort of led to the interview space. Innes said that by offering to return your empty cup at the end of the day, at the end of the interview, your eagerness is the determining part of landing the job. So if it looks like you will do menial tasks, then it looks like you're not above that.
Right.
And that's the kind of person that they want, is someone that will take it and run with it. I just thought it was an interesting thing, and I probably wouldn't pass.
I'll have to show that one to my boss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would pass that, because it's not the thing that I'd be thinking of when I'm doing the interview, although maybe from now on, if I were to worry about it, I would think about that. So if you return your coffee cup, that's good. And if you wash your coffee cup.
Because I know I was always taught when you're in an interview, you don't, you just politely say, no, I'm okay, thank you.
Well, you're okay then, because,
yeah,
you don't have to worry about it then if you do that. But also that could mean that you're rejecting them too.
Right.
So,
that you're not a go-getter.
See, the thing is, coffee is a social thing. I don't drink coffee either, so
Yeah.
you know, I would
fake it.
I would have my bottle in my back pocket probably, and I would probably not be hired because I'm carrying Pepsi bottles around, and it's a Coke place or something.
Oh, oh, don't do that.
Yeah, kind of weird, but I just found that very interesting. Some of these things are cool because they're intriguing. I would have never thought that that would have been something. How about this?
I think my boss does drink coffee, so I'll have to show that to her.
How about this? This is a disturbing one. Disturbing audio captures an anti-racism instructor attacking a principal's white supremacy before he killed himself.
No.
I had to read this twice because I was trying to understand, is the racism instructor racist, or is the principal racist? And that's I mean, the first time I read this, I was like, so you're saying that the anti-racism instructor is racist? And that's not what it was saying. It was saying that he was saying that the principal was racist, and the principal ended up taking his own life during this. And I kind of found that was because the guy got caught on audio being racist. So an anti-racist instructor was recorded mocking and laughing at a beloved Toronto principal who challenged her teachings, holding him as an example of white supremacy. So the instructor was black, and she was joking around with him as to being a racist, and the guy ended up killing himself. It says his name was Richard Blixo. And Blixo's July death came after diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI instructor Kiki Ojo-Thompson proclaimed Canada was more racist than the United States, a statement the principal pushed back on. Ojo-Thompson was hired as the Toronto School District Board in 2021 to provide DEI training sessions to staff. You and your whiteness think that you can tell me what's really going on with black people, she told him, according to the lawsuit filed by the Foundation Against Intolerance and Racism against the school board. See, a lot of the times, though, the racist instructor is being racist to the white person. And I guess I don't know, it says audio obtained by by Free Press. Ojo-Thompson brought it up again and at the following session a week later. But she is kind of racist because she says stuff like, your whiteness is so, I mean, that's a racist statement.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he said that made him racist, but she launched an investigation on him. So I don't know. They don't tell us the story about why. It says here, one of the ways that white supremacy is upheld, protected, reproduced, upkept, defended is through resistance. And like I said, I'm so lucky, she said before laughing. Who'd have thought my luck would show up so well last week that we got a perfect evidence, an example of resistance that you got to bear witness to. So we're going to talk about it because, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. And then the next day, Blixo filed for sick leave, and then he killed himself. The Workplace Safety and Insurance Board looked into the incident and found that Ojo-Thompson's conduct was abusive, egregious, and I wonder if that's why they do this. They write these articles to use these big words so that I have problems with the big words. Vexatious and rises to the level of workplace harassment and bullying. Like she was bullying him, trying to prove he was racist by putting this whole thing in the works. So she feels like a big person, like, oh, I got a racist to kill himself, when he probably wasn't racist at all, because they don't say what he did. It says here, to the level of harassment and bullying, yet Blitzko said his reputation was nonetheless ruined following a 6-week medical leave later that year. The district refused to reinstate his contract, so he lost his job because of what she said. Blitzko claimed the refusal to reinstate the contract was a result of either his fallen reputation or retribution for having the WSIB investigate the incident.
Wow.
Unfortunately, the stress and effects of these incidents continued to plague Richard, said his attorney. In a statement after his death, the Kojo Institute disputed Blitzko's allegations and said the lawsuit paints an inaccurate and incomplete picture of what occurred during the training session. The Institute did not immediately respond to the request. So I think she was abusive.
Probably.
And it's a shame those kind of things happen, because in this case, it meant a guy killed himself because he couldn't handle the accusation.
Wow.
So, I don't know. It just makes me sad that that whole situation happened. So.
That's terrible. I mean, racism in itself is not good.
Okay, we'll finish on this one, because this one you'll find amusing.
Okay.
Because I've been doing a lot of nasty ones that people killing themselves. This one will make you laugh. I guarantee you will laugh at this
Okay.
one. So, after a breakup with somebody.
Oh, jeez.
This one is for you. This person found a way to fulfill his life without having fighting and all that.
Move?
No, he didn't have to move.
Okay.
It's much easier than that.
Okay.
What you do is, you're going to find this really strange. The man is marrying sex dolls.
Oh, Lord.
He welcomes a third into the marriage under the covers. This guy actually marries sex dolls.
It's because they won't talk back to him.
Perfect. I saw this and I said, is this real? Are there really people out there that, I mean, it's, okay, I understand. I don't understand it, but I get it, why you would have a sex doll. Because if you didn't have a partner and you were tired of going after someone, it's a lot easier if you're just looking for sex, it's a lot easier just to have sex with a sex doll. And instead of masturbating, you get to masturbate into a sex doll. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but it says here, Barbie has nothing to do with, nothing on these girls. Meet Rod. And what a guy named Rod. I mean, come on. He's got, it says, a lonely carpenter who decided to fix his life post-breakup by buying and eventually marrying a sex doll named Karina. He eventually introduced the blow-up doll to his mom.
Oh, Lord.
who now looks at her like a long-lost daughter. Then Ron welcomed a second plastic playmate into their relationship named Lauren. Find out more about the surprising world of sex doll influencers in this episode of Under the Covers.
No, thank you.
Now, first off, this one here looks like like not even a teenager.
Right.
I got to have a girl that's at least looking like a woman.
He probably does her makeup.
Yeah. I mean, he's what, 60? How old is he? Did it say how old he was?
I don't think it said.
I don't think it said. But he looks like he's at least 50 and probably 60.
Oh.
I didn't watch the YouTube on it, but I just found it very, very funny that somebody would do this. The ideal woman, that's right. The ideal woman. You can have a girl that looks like she's 14, or you can have a girl that looks like she's 18.
And she won't talk back. She won't do anything else, but she won't talk back.
That's okay. You don't have to feed her. You don't have to dress her, per se. Oh, man. Anyway, on that note, I guess we can call it quits.
Oh, my goodness. Well, have a safe trip.
It's going to be an interesting... it's going to be interesting because,
Is it a direct flight out of Philly?
No. Oh, out of Philly? Yes. Yes. It's the only stop I have is I'm coming from Harrisburg to Philly, and then I'm going straight to Philly, or from Philly to LA. The thing with it is that I really hate the LAX. Because last time I went to LAX, my car wasn't there.
Right.
Did I tell you what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm renting a car.
Okay.
And I'm renting a car with a service called Turo.
Oh, okay.
You know what Turo is?
Yeah.
It's an Airbnb like for cars. So I'm going to have...
You're going to rent somebody's car.
Yes. Now, this is the cool part. I'm renting a Tesla. And I don't have to fill it with electric because...
Yeah.
I'm, because gas prices out there are horrible.
Worse than here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot worse than here.
Wow.
It's the worst part of the country. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to hang out. Tomorrow I'm going to be... Well, I'm not going to get there till midnight, or 1 o'clock in the morning. And so I told my host that I'm going to be coming in pretty late. And when I get out there, get my car and go and sleep. And Thursday, I'm pretty much on my own. I'm hoping Nigel and I get together Thursday. If I don't get together with him Thursday, I have to get together with him either Saturday before I leave or after my meeting.
Right.
Which will be about after 4.
Well, please tell Nigel I said hello.
Yeah, he's doing well out there. He's having fun. So it's going to be an interesting trip, and I'm looking forward to coming back because the trip like that is just it's really hard on you.
Now, is it the same way coming back? You come straight into Philly and then Philly to here?
Yep.
Good.
So it'll be okay. It's a lot of waiting. So
okay.
But anyway, all right. I will talk to you
in a couple weeks.
Well, yeah, you won't be in.
Right.
I'll probably have a show next week.
Okay.
And I'll probably have a show the week that I go to Miami. And I'll leave like I did before. I'll leave right after the show.
Okay.
So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate you listening and have a good time. And remember, the most important part.
We're still the one. We've been together since way back when. This year's gonna be a winner again. We are still the one with something new. Still the one that's gonna see you through. You're still having fun, and we're still the one.